he's in third year, but yeah, he's applying for a designer at Creative Assembly, so that'd be cool. Because I was looking, right, what's really fucking annoying is, you know Frontier Developments?
Yeah.
I was looking on the job listings the other day. They have an artist, they have a generalist 3D artist position open, and I'm very sad because it means that it's going to be closed. Because the thing is, I look at the requirements for it, it's like, you don't need AAA games experience to work on, to apply for it. It's all stuff I will have by the time I finish uni.
Respawn aren't looking for devs anymore, by the way.
Oh, they are, it's just they're not looking for artists. All the artist positions they're looking for, like senior and lead. But I came to the realization that chances of me getting to work from right now are minimal, considering that they'll probably only pay to like help you move to the US and stuff if you're like a senior or a lead artist.
Can you imagine if you got a job at Respawn?
Fucking great.
You went all the way out there, and they put you on the development team for a fucking VR game.
Oh no, because they list the jobs for the different teams. So they have Titanfall team, Star Wars team, and VR team.
Oh, we're actually live streaming. Is it working? Let me.
I don't know.
Sorry, one viewer. It's probably me.
They list the jobs for the different teams. So they have Titanfall team, Star Wars team, and VR team.
Oh, we're actually live streaming. Okay, that's only about like a 10-15 second delay. That's not bad. So, I unfortunately do not have dual screen, but we have the glories in the iPad.
Yeah.
Because we're gay.
You need to order that new cable soon.
Yeah, I only need the adapter at the end of it, actually. I just need a VGA to DVI.
Oh, yeah.
Which won't take long to order.
Whoa, watch now, Advocate Network live stream.
Holy fuck, where?
Is
my favorite YouTube channel Advocate Network live streaming?
That a great YouTube channel that you should all go and subscribe to.
New dark theme. Fuck off, Whitey.
That's on stream.
Excuse me?
That was on stream.
New dark theme. Fuck off, Whitey.
Yeah,
Oh, God. Should probably mute that.
Viper said hello. Hello, Viper.
Viper said hello.
Yeah, it says on the side there. Hello, Viper.
Hang on, can we insert like a pandering comment and pretend he's the real Viper?
Speed is life.
Speed is life. Viper, didn't you die in the end? Okay, alright. Let's be honest, we're not expecting an audience here. And this is for our personal recording purposes. And to test the live stream, which seems to be working just fine. So...
Help me, I'm being held here against my will.
Fuck you. So what we're going to do for the next 30 minutes is basically just play some Titanfall 2. Do you want to play?
I'll just sit here and watch. So.
Okay. We're going to play some Titanfall 2, and we are going to talk about some things that we want from Titanfall 3's story. And if we get on a track that's not total dog shit, we may just make it into an actual video. Holy shit, there's actually people watching.
Oh, nice.
Hey guys, what's up?
You won't recognize my voice. I'm the guy who does the writing for the episodes. My voice hasn't actually been on a fucking video yet.
Yeah, it has not. Yeah, because we scrapped that one off the cuff. Okay, so... Yeah, you want to introduce yourself?
I am the meme man. I come from down the lane.
Is that your first and full name?
Yes.
First name meme,
I am
last
the
name
meme man. I come from down the lane.
Jesus.
I come to meme. I come to say Bane.
Guys, we're playing a master. I don't really like myself, not really.
But yeah, no, I'm Jacob. I do all the writing for the episodes, and I admin the wiki.
Oh,
but yeah, no, I'm Jacob.
Okay.
They're gonna hear echo.
I don't know if the game audio is working. If it's not, please just say in the chat.
Just get my thumbs up.
You can. Alrighty, so yep, that's Jacob. He is the writer here at the Advocate Network. I am James Zera. I do the editing and narrating, and dying inside.
The pack is joined.
The pack. Welcome the pack. Fucking hell. I didn't expect like anyone to be actually watching this, to be honest. I'm blown away by our audience's tenacity. So, Titanfall 2 was a really shitty game. No, okay.
Yeah, it was game audio.
It's not playing?
No, there is game audio.
Okay, awesome. Is it too loud?
No, it's fine.
Where the fuck's BT? There he is.
Yeah.
Come here, you fat bitch.
I mean, there's actually 2 of those loadouts, so you can skip that one if you really somehow manage it.
It's Scorched though. I don't skip Scorched.
Yeah, but I mean, there's another one, so if you somehow manage to skip it. Same for the Brute one, it's like random mission.
Just like 2 Ronin ones on Beacon as well.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 North Stars on whatever that fucking mission is. Trial by Fire.
Yeah, so you got a list. I'm
just getting it up now.
I've got my stuff in my head. But Titanfall 2, if we're talking about what we liked about it first. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, specifically what we thought it did good in terms of story. So, are there any particular story elements you really liked about 2, maybe that you weren't expecting? Maybe that they pulled off quite well?
I think we can really sort of say the obvious one, which is time travel.
Yeah, affecting cause.
That's the obvious one to go for, really. Like, if you're going to talk about unexpected elements in Titanfall 2 story, I don't think there's really anything much more you can say on that first. And I think that's really the big elephant in the room.
Yeah.
With the Titan and the rest.
Why do you fucking ignore me?
I like puns.
You go out climbing once, and now you think you can just socialize with me?
I'm going again. No, I'm going for like the time
Well, 20 minutes. Yeah. Shit. So, yeah, the time travel stuff was really sort of... I'm not sure it was best handled, because we know what they were gonna do in place of it, and they fucking didn't.
What was that?
That being what the fold station was actually originally designed for.
Oh, that's not to do with the time travel. I thought you meant because for that mission the idea was going to be that BT was destroyed and you'd have to go into that past and stuff to go and find parts of BT and repair them.
That would have been really fucking cool
Yeah.
too.
So they were going to use like a hub and spoke mission plan for it, where they were going to talk about like
no temper plating. Fuck.
Yeah, they talk about it in the Affecting Cause playthrough that they did. The Respawn Play series. Have you watched it?
I have not watched all of it. I watched like the first couple. You keep telling me to.
I did.
Go around to it.
Okay.
When life smacks you in the face, how do you feel about a good chunk of talented Respawn developers leaving Respawn to work in Infinity Ward? That was out of context, wasn't it?
That's not much of an issue. So it's actually very common in games development that once a project is completed, you get a massive turnover of developers just because people want to leave and work on other projects. People just are burnt out working in the industry. It's actually very, very common for people to leave the industry after about 6 years so and go freelance for a little while just because of how intense it is working in games. I know this because I've had lectures on this week, so it's all fresh in my mind. Yeah, we've had lectures because I study games art, so we've had lectures about sort of working in the industry this week. So this is also
big nerd.
So yeah, so I don't actually think Respawn developers leaving to work at Infinity Ward is really something to worry about. I think people who have been saying it's like the sign of the end times are overreacting a bit.
Guys, don't worry about it. Infinity Ward's not going to make a good game, no matter how many good
Infinite Warfare was good.
Fuck you.
I enjoyed it.
You will not stop preaching this garbage fire of a game.
Alright, I don't give a shit about multiplayer, but the campaign was genuinely good, and unfortunately, Call of Duty is the only fucking game right now that's actually doing like microgravity combat.
Microgravity was terrible. It was awful.
The microgravity in Infinite Warfare was exactly
in Infinity War?
Yeah, sure.
Oh fuck. Okay. North Star, please. North Star, please. Fuck.
But yeah, I don't really think there's much to worry about with all that going on.
Nah, it doesn't seem like something we need to worry about.
Turnover of developers after a game project is done is very, very common. So.
However, since obviously people are concerned because, the Titanfall 3, I think there are pretty valid concerns about how that game is going to turn out because of the EA thing specifically.
Well, I like to be an optimist in this regard, and I do genuinely trust what Vince said in when they announced the EA sort of acquisition. He said that one of like the conditions of it or something like that. Basically, he said that EA Respawn Interactive will be as independent as ever when it comes to how they develop games. So,
I hope so, but Visceral kind of had that up until Dead Space 3.
Yeah, but the reason Visceral was shut down though. Up until Dead Space 3, yeah. And again, but years down the line, it could change. But right now, I don't think there's anything to worry about in the immediate future. Because the thing is, like,
I hope so.
I dislike EA generally, but at the same time, it's not like people tend to paint them as villains who want to buy developers then shut them down for no real reason.
No, they just want money. When they don't get their profit margins, they shut them down.
When you look at it though, it's like a lot of reasons why BioWare isn't doing too well and why like Visceral shut down stuff. It's all problems that weren't directly EA's fault. EA had a hand in it, of course, but the same extent that any problem has a hand in anything. But a lot of these problems were internal problems. Visceral Star Wars game was going to burn a lot of development hell. So, alright.
Yeah, just gonna do the fucking Legion flip. I realize you can't really see it in first person. Oh wow. Okay.
But yeah, so
life smacks you in the head as a smackhead. He likes Infinite Warfare.
It was good.
Shut up.
But yeah, so I think the people who are freaking out about the Respawn acquisition stuff are probably overreacting right now. Give it a few years. I mean, obviously, if Titanfall 3 comes out and it's loaded to the brink with microtransactions and shitty DLC practices and stuff, then yes, then that's the point where I should start being worried. But given, I like to give benefit of the doubt.
So I haven't seen confirmation of this because I haven't gone digging. You might have heard more about this, but so how much did EA buy Respawn for? It was something like.
I'm not entirely sure, actually. I don't know if it was disclosed.
Was it something around 140 million?
I'm honestly not sure. I
think it was more than that.
I can't remember, honestly, if it was... I can't remember if they disclosed it.
I heard a thing earlier, which I'll have to look into, so take it with a grain of salt, because I don't know if it's actually true. But it doesn't really matter if it isn't, I guess. That apparently part of EA's deal to Respawn is that they pay them a certain amount for the acquisition of the company, but they would only pay them a large sort of percentage of that disclosed profit if the next game they produced actually performed well. Fucking Obsidian with New Vegas.
I don't know. If that's a thing that's happened, that's completely news to me.
Obviously.
And I'm surprised, and I would be surprised if I heard that. Yeah. Right. Considering that right now Respawn is probably one of the only studios that EA has that has a lot of goodwill attached to it.
Verapax says 151 to 164 million. Are you saying that in reference to the total amount they were paid, or the amount that EA is cut off until the next game? Well, either way.
Yeah. Either way, I just think that considering that DICE, BioWare, all the sort of the big EA developers right now aren't exactly in the good books with their communities. You don't have to look at sort of the reaction to Battlefield 5 and Battlefront 2 or something like, or look at how fucking Anthem's doing, or how it's not doing in terms of how people are talking about it, to see that Respawn is quite possibly the only developer really right now that people have a lot of faith in, that EA's got, like big developers. So I don't feel like EA is going to be going out of their way to try and fuck Respawn over at the moment, because Respawn might be their only sort of saving grace right now. Depending on how well Battlefield does, but I guess it's going to underperform.
I'm getting weird Halo vibes from Respawn lately, though.
In a good way or a bad way? Because to me, I've always got Bungie.
In a bad way?
Ooh, pilot helmet.
Oh. How do I... No grapple. Fucking life. Yeah, in a sort of bad way I'm getting Halo vibes, because we're in a little bit of a, Respawn's in pretty good shape with their community right now. We're in a drought. A serious Titanfall drought where there's fuck all news happening. Online got cancelled. Assault got cancelled.
I think Online and Assault were both published by Nexon, and they were being developed before the EA buyout. So I get part of the reason those games were cancelled. Although they said it was due to underperforming and whatever, they didn't work. I think a lot of those games being cancelled is also part of the EA buyout, and I think it's studio politics.
So, I was bringing up Online and Assault in the context of just there's nothing happening in Titanfall right now. We have no news. The only sort of ongoing Titanfall things just got shut down. So we're it's kind of getting dangerously close to Halo territory, where we're just not going to hear anything for so long.
A lot of books and comics and stuff coming out. So they just announced that Linda comic this week.
In terms of games, though,
yeah.
There's for the people who don't like the books, and it's not like Titanfall doesn't have fucking books anyway.
Well, I mean,
as much as we wish it did.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I mean, Titanfall 2. Respawn said that the total development time of Titanfall 2 was 26 months. So, and in some areas, I definitely feel like the game suffered because of the very, very short development cycle it had. It uses a lot of assets from the original, which isn't a problem in of itself. But there's a lot of areas where it definitely feels like the game suffered because of that. Where if they'd have been given another 6 or 8 months to work on the game, they could have had a lot of more content. Because they said that when they first announced the game, they said that Titanfall 2, they were thinking it was probably going to be a Q1 2017 release, and ended up being Q4 2016. And that was because they moved the release date forward because of the Mass Effect Andromeda shit show. Yeah. So I get the feeling that, considering that the Star Wars game is coming out next year, so Titanfall 2 is probably the year after that. No, sorry, Titanfall 3 is probably the year after that. So chances are it's looking like they might be going for a 4-year development cycle. 4 years, I think, is plenty of time. And I think that at this moment, giving them a much larger development cycle, given how much they expanded the team after the second game, I am very excited to see what they do with Titanfall 3. The series has a lot of hype. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of hype right now because it's just not relevant at the moment.
If that thing about the EA profit lock is true, I imagine them taking a certain amount of the money that they were paying out to Respawn Studios for acquisition, if they're locking that behind a sort of critical... Fuck me, I'm doing really bad right now. If they're locking that behind a sort of paywall, basically for Titanfall 3 to do good, or the next game to do good, whether that's Star Wars, the VR one, I think we're probably going to be waiting a while.
Just as a side note, just real quick, in answer to the question asked by HTIZ, neither of us are developers. Neither of us are Respawn employees. We're just fans of the game like everyone else.
I was wondering if you were two devs. No, we are not. Yeah,
you don't want to run in there. Oh, you
escape!
Okay, I realised you could run in there. I thought I've always avoided that bit. But yeah, so however, I mean, I study games development at university, and if I was lucky enough to get the opportunity, my aim is to eventually work for Respawn as an artist if I ever get the opportunity to. But
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, neither of us actually develop the games.
Yeah. This is purely a fan channel.
Yeah. Anyway, so
people do seem to think that we are the Advocate Network.
Yeah.
Ah, you fucking Pilot Century scum.
Actually, I think I might message my friend and cancel out on mine today because I'm just going to go to mine instead.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a bit longer.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, let me read back. That's awkward. How do you feel about tacticals between Titanfall 1 and 2? Personally, I much prefer the new ones.
Well,
because
I don't really think you can really I don't think you can compare them in quite the same sense because
well, they play differently.
Well, I don't know. The tacticals in Titanfall 2 are more or less the ones from Titanfall 1.
A bit more powerful and there's more of them.
But they added some new ones. The only real one that changed in a significant way was the active radar. In the first game, if you recall, when you activate the active radar, it showed up skeletons of everyone, and it pulsed out. Whereas now it's the pulse blade that you can throw anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's the only one that really got a significant mechanics change. The active radar from the first game basically became a boost in this game. Whatever the active
they saw
radar
nothing.
The stim is more or less the same as it was in the first game, but now the stim is even more on steroids than it was in the first game. Camo is just camo. It is. The rest of it was just like we got phase shift and we got they added in phase shift, they added in AWOL, they added in holopilot. Those were the three they added. Oh no, there's one more. What else they added in? Oh, grapple. Grapple. That was it.
Grapple.
Yeah. Grapple is great and it should be a staple of the series going forward.
Grapple is my god, and he's an awesome god.
Phase shift, I honestly believe could work with a bit of tweaking, but right now is just way too powerful.
Shame FBI saw that. FBI can bite my dick. Alright.
Yeah. Phase shift, I think has a place in the game. It just needs a lot more tweaking to work properly.
Oh yeah.
Because right now it's way too powerful. AWOL is just shouldn't be in the game. AWOL is the kind of thing that discourages mobility.
I think Cloak should be out of the fucking game too, for the same reason.
I'm in two minds about Cloak. I think what they could do with Cloak is take a lot of inspiration from the Halo Reach armor abilities, in which do you remember how in Halo Reach the Cloak ability it like muffled all your sound, didn't it?
It did.
So I think
and it showed, well, yeah, it worked really well in there because it did a radar jam thing too, so you could tell when someone in Cloak was in your vicinity.
Yeah, I think something like that would massively help with Cloak. Because again, I think Cloak is a fine ability in itself. Also, I don't know if it's as prevalent in 2, but in Titanfall 1, you were very easy to see in Cloak if someone was in a Titan look at you because it was on 2 screens. So I think that I think stuff like the active radar also acts as a good counter to Cloak. So again, Cloak I think is fine with a bit of tweaking.
Stim's in a pretty good place.
Stim's in a pretty good place.
I thought it was fine in Titanfall 1, then they just made it better in 2.
Yeah, it just made it more fun. And then Grapple is perfect and never needs to change.
I'd actually like to see Grapple take some changes.
Aside from becoming a default ability from everyone.
Default ability would be cool. I was more talking about physics changes though. I want it to be a little bit more
Spider-Man.
Physics-based.
Spider-Man.
Maybe not Spider-Man-y,
but you know what I mean? Like, it
just
feels
wanna...
more like a swing rather than fucking whatever it is.
Yeah, I kind of like more of a swing, and I'd like more control over your forward, like your elevation momentum.
And then the last one really is Holopilot. And after the same amount of process to give it on launch, I think Holopilot's in a good place.
I like Holopilot.
Yeah.
It's not that easy to use.
It's not easy to use, but it's not bad for the game.
No, that's fun. Yeah. It's only the camping ones that I really don't like. Holopilot's fun.
Yeah. A Holopilot, it doesn't really boost your abilities, which I think is what nice about it. You're not, when you're using Holopilot, you're not using it to substitute a lack of ability in wall running, whatever. Because none of your movement abilities are changed. I think that's what I like about it, is that it forces you to still be good at the wall running and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading back 10 minutes. Tinsley said I was looking forward to Gerdude's Titanfall 3 movement video. Yeah, he's a pretty good tuber.
I don't actually really watch many. Then again, it's because there's not really much Titanfall content going on at the moment, so it's like a lot of the Titanfall YouTube stuff like that.
Top 10 plays of the week.
Yeah, and that's not really the kind of thing I'm interested in. So, yeah, no. I mean, once the news starts coming out, I'll probably start following that a lot more. Because was it Tony Moore? I remember watching a few of his videos about a year ago, particularly when the patch notes stuff coming out, and it was pretty cool.
Let's give us the patch notes.
Yeah, I'll say because it's actually kind of funny how like this channel got started is because originally, is it Titanfall Legends that you can count? The part of video asking for people.
Gerdude's from there. He edits for them, right?
Well,
he used to at least. I don't know if he still does.
They put out a video about late 2016 saying like they're looking for more content and you have people to submit content ideas. So I put in the comments that, well, I know quite a lot about the lore, and I've got this big document that I've been compiling.
Oh, you almost sold us out to another channel, you fuck! You never told me that.
Yeah, no, this is... Well, so I had this big document because I've been like going through all the pilot upload videos where I got all the grunt dialogue and like recording everything down. So... And anyway, what happened is they said, alright, yeah, email's this document, and then I never heard anything back from them. So I was like, well, okay, I guess that's not happening. So, and this was about the time that I started editing on the wiki because I realised that the wiki was in dire need of update. So I started doing that, and then it was sort of that early that year when I pitched to you the idea of doing a Titanfall lore series, and we decided all this stuff. And we did it, and we finished it, and it was perfect. We released an episode every week. It was flawless. Yeah. Yeah, Titanfall YouTube's kind of quiet at the moment, which actually, while we're here, and since you're staying for a little bit longer, if these guys want to know, we can explain where the fuck we've been. And why there isn't an episode 5 yet. But I'll read back in these comments real quick. Just fuck! I stopped paying attention. So, I know this is broad, but in your opinion, what would make Titanfall 3 a good game? More grapple? Honestly, basically, I just want to see Titanfall 2, but more. I generally like Titanfall 2. I have my issues with it. And it's not a perfect game, but it's damn good. Yeah,
Titanfall 2 was basically just Titanfall 1, but a lot more refined and with better features. And I think if Titanfall 3 manages to do that to 2, then we're going to be in a really good place.
Yeah, I basically think that at this point in time, Titanfall 3, it basically just needs to be the Halo 3 series. You know, in that Halo 3 had a fucking good campaign. It introduced a lot of community features like Forge and Theatre and some really expanding custom games. Because the gameplay formula was really perfected in Halo 1 to 2.
I'll tell you what, if we get fucking Theatre on Titanfall 3, I'm gonna come at making these episodes. Because it's gonna be so much easier.
That's what I mean. It's like at this point, like Halo 1 and 2, the gameplay is pretty much solid. You know, they've got the gameplay principles more or less down. And aside from messing with the sandbox, I'd be happy with Titanfall 2 again. Really, all I want to see from them now is more features. Finally bring Private Match out of beta. It's been in beta. It's still in beta on the first game. It's still in beta on the second game. Bring Private Match in, bring Private Match in finally. Bring in Forge mode. I mean, have you seen that fucking Gauntlet mode that that guy made for the PC version?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what. Incredible. I want more Gauntlet in Titanfall 3. If there's a custom Gauntlet course thing, I'm gonna. Ooh boy.
Time trials.
Yes, I absolutely. I gotta say, I have a lot of hours in Titanfall 2, and I think about at least half of them must have been just running the Gauntlet over and over. Even after I got the fucking achievement, I just kept doing it. What am I doing? I'm ruining myself here. Oh, I'm just gonna skip this whole bit because I fucking hate this arena. No, I don't actually. I just like skipping it. give us patch notes.
Sorry, I was my friend. So what else?
Okay, great, this is how you do it.
Oh, you can try to get out the dome.
Oh yeah, you just stand on this rim, I think, for last time I checked. So, might be a stupid question, but I was wondering... Oh no, we read that one. For me, tactical should be more balanced. Sorry, Nuketown 2015 says, for me, tactical should be more balanced.
The thing is,
like,
I think that at this point in time, the tacticals are pretty balanced. I think that, aside from maybe AWOL, I think the tacticals, for the most part, are in a good place right now.
I think that they just need to get rid of...
They need tweaks, but I think they're the kind of tweaks... Oh, this is cool. But yeah, I think they're the kind of tweaks, though, that now that they would only be able to really achieve by reworking them completely.
I think they just need to straight up out with not only the tacticals, but the weapons, too, that encourage camping.
Well, weapons, for me, I mean, that ties into that question, which is, what guns would you like to see in Titanfall 3? So I might as well just go for that one.
Was that another question?
There.
Is Hollow Polite going to come back? Hollow Polite, you know, it's nice to have around, but war is hell.
But no, guns there. One of my big issues with Titanfall 2 is the sandbox. In that, right now, there is way too much in the sandbox.
There's too many weapons that fill the same role.
Yeah. It's a thing, it's just, it feels very bloated, like, so you've got 4 submachine guns, and each weapon is a fast-firing, short-range, accurate hip-fire monster, when really, you could probably down that to 2. You have the R97, which is the lead spitter, you know, sort of inaccurate, short-range, but a fucking monster in terms of rate of fire, and then have the car, which is a bit longer range, a bit more accurate, and high damage. That's all you really need. The alternator and the vault are basically... The alternator basically fills the same role as the car, and the vault is nigh on useless. What I think they could do is make the vault a projectile weapon. Because something I've talked about before is that what they should do to expand the sandbox in the next game is implement more projectile weapons like the ones in Battlefield.
I think generally they should do that to pretty much effectively all of them. Someone just asked... HTIZ said they need to delete the G2 and Spitfire from Titanfall 3. I don't think they do, because there's
They need a
rework, and I think the key to that is making them projectile weapons, because then you won't really get a camper problem. Because it'll be much harder to hit moving targets.
For people who play Battlefield, you'll probably know what I'm on about when you fire a weapon, the bullet is a physical object that's like in the game mode, and you can see that bullet because it's like a tracer round. So when you're firing someone who's a fair distance away, you have to lead your shot in front of them, so that way the bullet will actually hit them. Yeah. And I think that Titanfall 3 could learn a lot from that. Similar to what the L-Star does, but smaller bullets that don't do quite as much damage.
Come on, you.
So this way, you could really divide up. Even in this way, you could have assault rifles that have hit scan weapons. So hit scan projectiles are the ones like the R1 carbine. I think that way you could really that way you could really divide up the weapons that are hip fire. Sorry. You could really then divide the weapons that hit scan to do low damage but be highly accurate at range versus the projectile weapons, which you could then be a bit more spammy with. So this would be a good way to make, say, these submachine guns effective at close range by making it so you have to lead shots before they really hit across the map.
Yeah.
I think that'd be one interesting way of keeping in a similar amount of weapons but dividing them up so you can mess with different muzzle velocity of the weapon, how much the bullets fire, how much drops they have if you would choose from
I think we just need to take a second to pay attention to the fact that fucking Delta Rayquaza's in here. The Delta Rayquaza, famous Twitch Killer Instinct streamer, doesn't, have a girlfriend.
Hi, Delta. Anyway, trying to think what else. Yeah, and I think really what they need to do more...
So just turning down game volume slightly. Thanks. I'll do that now.
Yeah, because I think really what they should do with the weapons is... Because one thing that, when I've gone back to play Titanfall 1 thing that I've really noticed is how the lack of fun weapons. So you have your weapons like the Cold War, and you have the weapons like EPG, softball, L-Star, that kind of thing. Yeah. There's not really much of that in the first game, and I think that's what they need to expand upon in the third game now, is really start to emphasise projectile weapons. Just have fun with different mechanics. Like the Cold War doesn't make sense at all.
If the Cold War doesn't come back, I'm going to fucking not buy the game.
Yeah, because it's just a fun weapon to use. It is stupid. It is a stupid weapon, and if you actually look at it as like an actual design for a weapon, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
It looks fucking dumb.
Yeah,
but it's so good.
It's just really fun to use, and I think that's where they could really experiment, because Titanfall 3 has a lot of arena shootery kind of vibes. Like if you play Doom, you get a similar kind of vibe where you're just jumping around with a rocket launcher, just like. I'd love to see an archer rocket.
Take out Sprint. Sprint doesn't belong in Titanfall.
I'd like to see some, like how in Doom you can run around with a rocket launcher and just fucking lock onto everyone.
Are you meaning to imply that you want the Archer missile to lock on the pilots?
Well, no, but you know what I mean?
Please no.
No. Well, to be fair, yeah, that agile, that you could probably dodge most of the Archer rockets.
Yeah, probably.
What do you think about Titanfall? Titan loadouts, sorry, Titanfall. What do you think about Titanfall?
Are you asking me, or is that a comment?
Well, I mean, just in general. I mean, I like Titan loadouts, and I'd be happy to see them return.
Yeah, we've talked about this in the past. So with Titan loadouts, the sort of thing between how Titanfall 1 did the Titan customization and Titanfall 2 did more hero mechanics, I want to see a middle ground. And Titanfall Assault kind of gave us this idea of, we like the hero Titans like Scorch and stuff, but we hope that they have like 2 or 3 loadouts each in the next game where they perform like differently. Because in Titanfall Assault, there's versions of the Titans that are slightly different. Like there's a version of Scorch that has a flamethrower instead of a flame shield.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a fucking cool idea.
And the one that always stood out to me was the reserve Titans they had. So they had these Titans that were called reserve Titans, where they took less energy to call in, but they were a bit weaker. So they had like the reserve Atlas that took a lot less damage.
Oh fuck, it's the weeb.
Yeah, so they had like the reserve Atlas and the reserve Ogre and the reserve Strider. Then they looked like construction Titans, like they were all like painted in yellow and black and had little flashing lights on them.
Yeah.
So, and I think that'd be cool, like to mess with different Titan variants within the hero system.
Also, ArtView made a comment on the story that we completely fucking missed. That was 7 minutes ago.
Would you want Titanfall 3 story to be Empire Strikes Back kind of style story? For example, the planet of Harmony is compromised and is under siege, and the militia is scattered. You must
Destiny 2, not you.
You must gather the force to take it back, and each planet is a level. That'd be cool, yeah.
I think that would fix the problem they have with Titanfall 2, where it being 2 in one location instead of being around the frontier. Like
yeah,
it was in the first
one
game.
of Titanfall 1's strengths was very much that each level was a different planet, more or less. There was a couple levels on the same planet, but for the most part they were all on different planets, so you had a massive range in how much terrain there was. So you had Lagoon, which was like this idyllic little sort of like swamp. You had Swampland, which was all like the trees and the jungles and stuff. You have like Demeter, which is just a irradiated hellscape. You have Airbase, and you have Angel City and so forth. What I'd like, and yeah, I think what'd be cool is to see more variation again, because Titanfall 2, it was like what we talked about before the stream, where it's like
essentially we want galactic conquest in Titanfall.
Well, it's like what we talked about with Halo Wars too. How the maps in that game, although they're decently designed, they all feel very samey because they all use the same assets. So as a result,
sorry,
it's not
which
really,
game?
Halo Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Halo Wars 2. And it's the same thing. I think that's a big problem for Titanfall 2 is that you've got maps that take place in the exact same locations as the original as the campaign. To some extent, like how you in the map complex you have the exact same geometry as the hub area of Vector and Cause.
Yeah.
And I think that's something they could do.
Speaking of the best mission ever,
I think it's something they could improve on a lot. But that would depend on what the story is, because a lot of Titanfall 2's development was making missions, then trying to figure out a story around them, rather than writing the story and then making missions to fit around them. Like in the Respawn Play series, they talk about how they pretty much went up to they made the time travel mission, and they're like, oh fuck, this is a really fun mechanic. And so they went up to the writers one day and were like, okay, so you need to somehow figure out a way to incorporate time travel in this. Okay, bye. And the writer was like, what?
Excuse me?
Yeah. So
and they sorta did it.
When you
Grandpa.
It was actually a few weeks ago that they uploaded a GDC talk about action plot design, which is what they use for this campaign. It's a fantastic thing. Anyway, and basically they designed the missions without real regard for the story. The story was entirely secondary to the campaign design.
Yeah.
And I feel like the level of design, while that's made for a fantastically designed campaign in terms of the level design and the structure, they could do a lot, I think, in the next game to try and really flesh out the story side of it. One thing that I was very disappointed within the campaign was how... So, actually, it's relevant because of this mission. So, if you go to the right, Go to the right. Yep, down there. So there's lots of little audio logs. There's lots of audio logs in this level.
Oh, so there is.
Yeah, there's about, I think there's 10 of them. And I would love to have seen more stuff like this within the campaign. It's just like audio logs left by the scientists in the facility, and they're only in this mission.
Yeah, I'd love to see more audio logs and codex
What I think
stuff.
was a massive wasted opportunity were the pilot helmets. I was really hoping that the pilot helmets would have logs from the pilot who left them, or some kind of codex or something. You know, maybe like information about the area or the battle that's going on, or the IMC or the militia or weapons or Titans or anything like that. And I was very disappointed to find out that the pilot helmets, aside from being a collectible, weren't particularly useful.
Yeah, they were just fun to go around and get, although incredibly easy. Okay. So what's that? When life smacks you in the face, maybe when you're wall running with an LMG, you'll have no hip fire penalties, and hip fire like an SM.
Nah.
No, because then at that point they would just be filling the same role as the SMG again.
Yeah,
which is
and I think
the problem with a lot of the sort of heavier guns like the rifles and the LMGs is that
they all
they're
fill
just
the same role. They
filled the same role, and I think they're way too good at hitting moving targets because they're hit scan. Like, it's just too fucking easy to kill people who are in mobility to the point where it's kind of counterintuitive to use the mobility. That's why you see so many fucking people in the multiplayer now, just using nothing but like cloak and tone and the R201 and.
Well, tone's not really a hit scan weapon.
Well, no, but he's an easy Titan.
Yeah.
So you see people with like the easy loadouts.
Yeah.
And it's a very fucking frequent thing.
Monarch's a good example. Because I always find it interesting.
I like Monarch's mechanics, but yeah, he's a bit.
Well, it's because it's like they talk about in the GDC talk that they specifically went out their way to not really put many hit scan weapons into the Titans, unless they had like it's like the Predator kind of has the spin up, so that you can't just run around the corner and go stuff like that. But then in the Monarch, they just put in the XO16.
Yeah.
It's like
is the XO16 hit scan?
Yeah.
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 When life smacks you in the face, maybe they should do like what Black Ops 4 Blackout did. What the fuck's Black Ops 4 Blackout? Is that the Battle Royale?
Yeah, I
if
think
you're
so.
going where I think you're going, you can get out of my chat. All guns are hit scan weapons, but then you start shooting... but when you start shooting at targets at farther ranges, they become projectiles. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
I feel like that might be needlessly complicated, but we're not game developers, so...
Well, I'm an artist.
Yeah, well, you're an artist, but...
Wow. But yeah, I don't know. Neither of us really have much interest in the Call of Duty series, so I didn't even know that was a thing. I just knew that.
Yeah, I mean, I have not followed Black Ops 4 at all. I heard some people talking about zombies on Twitter the other day, and I was like, God, zombies hasn't been relevant since 2010. That's not true, actually.
Yeah, my friends have been playing it. One of my housemates have been playing it. He said it's pretty good.
Yeah, that could be interesting, though. I'm not sure what particularly the point of it would be, other than to encourage... Well, I guess it would kind of encourage close quarters combat, because it would be easier to hit
it's the
targets.
same thing of... You make it so that the SMGs are really, really good at close range, but they are useless at long range, or medium range.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, I think really what they need to do is try and make... Because they've got a good weapon variety now. I don't think they need more weapons. They just need to better differentiate the weapons that exist from each other. Yes,
indeed.
Yeah. As for story plot ideas, I would very much like to see an IMC focused campaign.
Oh God, yes! Please. How do I set this up?
Yeah. What I find interesting is in the primer guide they bring up the idea of rival IMC factions that Spyglass's remnant. I think it was the primer guide. They talk about how Spyglass's remnant fleet has been raiding both allied and enemy planets.
Yeah.
And so, if you really, really have to have the IMC as the bad guys, because particularly with Titanfall 2, Respawn have been very... Like, in the first game, they talk a lot...
Spyglass campaign?
Well, no, what I was going to say is, in the first game, a lot of the dialogue hints that the militia aren't exactly the good guys themselves. Like, they have, like, plainclothes terrorists. And,
no, they drink piss. They're evil.
But then in this game, they play a lot more straight as, like, the good guy revolutionaries.
Oh, the militia shady shit to come out and then you join the 6-4 and the 6-4.
Well, no, what I was going to say is, if they've
game.
been hinting that Spyglass has been raiding IMC friendly locations on the frontier, I think, and given that Spyglass is sort of, I think that they could do something cool with having you play as a IMC allied soldier, but have you fighting Spyglass.
Yeah.
Maybe Spyglass.
Could be interesting.
they sort of hint that Spyglass is kind of acting on his own, under his own kind of like nature. Like he's not quite, I'd say, at IMC cause. They kind of left it a bit open to interpretation.
He's a real boy now.
So they could do a lot with even just having the player plays an IMC operative fighting against Spyglass's Remnant Fleet.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? They don't just have to fight militia. Oh yeah, because it seems like they definitely don't want to try and... It seems like they're not really aiming for a moral grey side with the militia. Because they've sort of...
Oh, PG-13.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting. I mean, I've talked before about how I'd love to see a game where it's like, you know how in Mass Effect 2 you got your spaceship and you go around the galaxy, and it's like...
And it's the worst game. No, just kidding.
I don't know. I think they could do some cool stuff if they took some inspiration from Mass Effect in that regard. I'm not saying make Titanfall into a role playing game, but in terms of how the story structure works, I think they could take some influence. Other thing is advocates. There's a lot they could do with advocates.
They just put us in the game. Can they just put us in the game, please? We're canon now.
But yeah, no, I think they could do a lot with the advocates.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of opportunity.
There's not actually that much known about them. They just seem. We don't even know if it's one actor or several.
Actually,
what's going on there?
I don't know if anybody's asked this question. Someone said something about what we want out of Titanfall 3. Did they say story or weapons? It kind of doesn't apply directly to the question, but I want to see burn cards come back. In some capacity.
Okay, so the bullshit ones, like drop an Atlas in at the start of the game and fuck off.
As long as you don't have to fucking pay for them.
There was stuff like... No, because they were bullshit. Because if you dropped in an Atlas at the start of the game, you basically won. No question.
Idiot, I've already done it.
But what they could do, and what I would love to see, is the return of stuff like the Wi-Fi virus that really, really were interesting in terms of gameplay.
Fucking loved that ability.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of thing they could really do something interesting with, especially with like some of the effects they've got in the boosts now. Because they've got the boosts, and those are pretty cool. Yeah. Like, you know, they've got some cool stuff, but I think make them burn cards. As a side note, pilot turrets.
Yeah, I know.
To go away.
Which is why I do this.
No, I just mean like the auto sentries are just bad mechanics.
I thought you were pointing out that. Never mind.
I just don't think. I don't think pilot sentries have a place in the game.
No, they're fucking. I liked how they did it in the first game where they were neutral.
The frontier defense ones were fine.
No.
The heavy turrets.
Yeah, the heavy turrets.
They were fine.
They were neutral. You had to go get them.
Yeah. But the pilot sentries, I just think, outside of frontier defense, they don't have a place in multiplayer. Because there's not really a way to balance them that makes them worthwhile using without also making them frustrating to fight against.
Agree.
The Titan sentries are a bit better, but they're just kind of useless.
Yeah.
But then I suppose that probably speaks to how... I think that probably speaks to the balancing of the booster. The boost basically falls into categories of either the best thing ever or completely useless. So you've got stuff like the battery backup and the ant weapons and all that kind of stuff that is just amazing, and it's like, why would you ever use anything else? But then you have stuff like the phase rewind and the Hollow Nova, which are just, and the hardcover especially, which are just...
Hollow Nova.
There's literally no reason to use them.
Hollow Nova is so funny though.
Yeah, that's the only
reason.
Pop
off like 5 pilots at once.
But would you ever use that without? Would you ever use the Hollow Nova without?
Without it memeing?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it's so fun to use that I kind of want it to stay.
It's fun to use, but there's not really any reason to do it. And to me, that doesn't speak to how useless they are. That speaks to how good some of the other ones are.
Grapple.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
Can we get a grapple boost where you just fire out like 10 grapples at once?
Well, do you not remember that video about the leak before they cancelled them? When there's going to be like there's going to be upgrade trees in Frontier Defense, and there was like
I wish that was the pilot sword and shit.
Really long like grapple ability, and like you could have like multiple grapples and stuff.
Wasn't there like an electric grapple or was that?
Yeah, there's one where when he hits it explodes.
Yeah, man, I wish they did that. The pilot sword too. I hope that makes it into Titanfall 3. I kind of want to see Frontier Defense 3 take a more sort of Nazi zombies approach, actually, since we were talking about that a minute ago. Where it's, instead of just having like a killing floor style, like one vendor on the fucking map and you go there to buy stuff, I kind of want like, instead of doing your default loadout, to actually have weapon placements on the map that you can go purchase, and you have to get the points using your fucking...
That'd be interesting, because one thing that I definitely don't care for in this Frontier Defense iteration is how little emphasis there is on pilot combat.
Yeah.
One thing I always found interesting in... oh, there's another laptop. One thing I found interesting in the first game was how you had maps like Corporate in Frontier Defense where you could not call in a Titan.
That was a really interesting map, but I kind of didn't like that I couldn't call him my Titan.
Oh no, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say do that for every map, but I think having more variety like that would be interesting. Maps where you are expected to fight as a pilot.
Yeah.
Hey, it's General Marder's Odyssey log.
General Grandma. Grandma. Fucking.
General Hitler.
General Hitler.
Do you want to talk about Hitler? No.
Hmm?
Look at the bottom question.
Sorry, I'm reading back through them. I want an IMC focus campaign for Titanfall 3. This is a man of culture. One where the protagonist doesn't join the militia. Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, don't do the Battlefront 2 thing.
I don't think we're holding out hopes for that, but
I'm not expecting it, but I would love if they did that.
It would be really nice to get like an IMC campaign where the militia is more shady. I like how in TF1, where the story mode takes you to different planets and you can see both sides of it. Yeah, we really liked that too, and it was a shame they didn't do that for the second one, because I thought that would have been a really interesting sort of theme for the series, of bouncing back and forth between the two sides.
Interesting seeing how Black Ops 4 has received no negative backlash for not having a campaign. Has Delta actually seen anything about the game?
It has received backlash, didn't it? I haven't seen much since it came out, but it definitely got shit on when they announced that.
I think it's because apparently the game is actually pretty good.
I've heard that it's pretty good, and it's been selling pretty good, but it's Call of Duty, so I don't believe them.
Oh, I don't care about that sense, but apparently I've not really heard much I've not really heard much negative about the actual gameplay, but yeah, it definitely got some fucking backlash. The weird thing is though, they talked about, and with the release of the cutscenes, I don't think they were lying when they talked about how.
Dude, what the fuck?
Nice. They talked about how the reason why they didn't do a campaign for it was that they did want to, but nice.
I fucked that up
so
bad.
The reason why there's no campaign in Black Ops 4, they said, is that they basically were going to do a campaign, but decided that it wasn't turning out well in development. And so they decided to scrap it and just put all the development resources into making the rest of the game good.
I can kind of respect that.
And having seen the cutscenes of the game, they definitely feel like they're chopped out of what was supposed to be a full story and then put in at the end with the assets they had.
Because if we're being honest, and I guess it's a little bit of a hot take, because obviously enjoyment is subjective, but Call of Duty, since like 2012, has not been known for good storytelling.
Well, I mean,
like,
I'm not going to say anything here because I've literally never given a shit about Call of Duty campaign, so...
World at War and Black Ops 2 had like the only sort of continuous story with an actual point to it that I'd seen.
Well, no, the Modern Warfare sub-series had its own thing going on, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, but Modern Warfare is gay.
But you know what I mean, though.
Demonetized.
You know what I mean, though. It's like...
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Yeah, and it's like... But I've just never cared. The only one I cared about was Infinite Warfare, and that's because it was space, and so by default I had some interest in it.
Yeah.
Especially considering that, surprisingly, it's the only game that we've got that's like sort of done the expanse kind of thing of warfare within our solar system. Which is kind of weird when you think about it, really.
What? I just blew his head off in the past, what the fuck?
There's another one. Anyway, yeah, I think that if they have a good reason for it, like they're doing Black Ops 4, then fine. But at the same time, I would have preferred if it had campaign, because I dislike feature being removed without something to replace it. Like how they removed Firefight in Halo 4 and then added in Spartans to replace it. Same feel about the quality of Spartans, but they had something to replace Firefight.
I will say...
Again, they tried again with Warzone in Halo 5, and again, that was terrible. But they tried to replace Firefight.
As controversial as it was in Titanfall 1, I actually still really like the idea of a multiplayer campaign. And I kind of hope it's an idea that they don't fully give up on. And I don't mean in terms of, I want them to make the campaign full multiplayer. I'd like to see, I jokingly mentioned Galactic Conquest a few minutes ago, but I'd like to see a sort of, possibly like an ongoing multiplayer campaign.
The other thing with that is, you can't really ever have like a true solid story. A big thing I found when I'm editing the wiki is that you have to word stuff really big when we talk about the Titanfall 1 campaign because of how
vague it is.
Yeah, because there's multiple outcomes to the missions. That's the only thing.
Is there?
Yeah.
It was noticed if you win or lose, the IMC
at the end of the first mission, the Red Eye, the Red Eye can either be destroyed or it can not be destroyed.
Oh. The sort of the winning side of that fight though is the same every time.
The militia will always escape with some ships, but it's stuff like that. The Red Eye will be destroyed.
It'd be funny if Parker could die if the IMC won.
In the assault on the Sentinel, depending on how the mission is won, the Sentinel can either be completely blown up, or it can just be crippled and forced to go to ground. which implies that the IMC will repair it and bring it back into service. That's the only thing I'm not a fan of, is the idea that is the unambiguity. Just because, again, I like solidness in my storytelling, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah. Come here, you fat bitch.
Yeah.
What were the protect? Oh, sorry. Okay. Delta said wreck packs. I said kill yourself, but that's just me. Was that about burn cards? I think it was probably about burn cards.
I just thought of this quick. Will they expand on the alien race? God, I hope not.
I hope they keep that fucking out of there.
That is one of the decisions in Titanfall 2 I'm really not a fan of.
If any of you follow the Halo series, you're probably on the same page that we are with being really disappointed that the Halo series tried explaining the fucking ancient aliens.
Well, so for those people who haven't read the books and stuff, the art books, I should say, in Titanfall 2's development, the fold weapon was originally conceptualized as a IMC super mega portal that would basically allow the IMC to teleport in reinforcements from the core systems. Which
was a much cooler idea, by the way.
Yeah, but then they turn it into basically the Death Star, and which I am not a fan of. And part of it was that they've introduced this alien super species, now it sort of adds in. Part of why I sort of was attracted to Titanfall in the first place was that it was a series purely about human conflicts.
Yeah.
Generally in science fiction, just for my own storytelling taste, a lot of the time I generally find that aliens only exist in a setting because the author or the writers feel like they need aliens. It's why I like The Expanse so much. They've managed to tell a very interesting science fiction story without really using... Yes, there's aliens in the background.
Just for once, I want to see a sci-fi setting introduce aliens that are less advanced than humans.
Okay, there's a film that came out in 2009 about that called Avatar.
Yeah, but Avatar's bad.
No, it's good.
Yeah, but they still won. Fucking
yeah, but to be fair, they were getting completely like BTFO by the humans up until like a literal Deus Ex Machina happened.
That is true. Yeah.
So
I mean, that movie still sucked.
I mean, apparently, like the Colonel guy is apparently coming back in the next one. So
the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm happy about it.
He was, I don't know who that guy is, but
Stephen Lang, I think it is.
Stephen Lang. Okay, thanks for telling me his name. I only have ever known him from two things. He was in Avatar. And he spent a short while on a show called Terra Nova, which I don't remember much about, but he was on that show.
But yeah, no,
and he was in the fucking Uncharted film recently.
He's a good actor. He plays a cool villain.
He's a very good actor.
But yeah, so I like human conflicts more. So for me, the fact that they're introducing aliens, I really hope they don't go the Halo route of making the Forerunners a big thing. If they keep the aliens in the background and never really expand on them, I'm fine with that, basically. Because I would much rather see more emphasis placed on the IMC and the militia than anything else.
Indeed. Yeah, so basically, keep aliens the fuck away from Titanfall.
They did introduce aliens in the first game.
Yeah, in terms of the indigenous life, are you talking about?
No, do you remember on Swamplands, there's the temples.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Those temples also appear on Lagoon.
Yeah, that's true. Shit, you're right.
So I'm fine with the aliens existing because
that was cooler though, because that was temples.
Yeah,
that wasn't nutty
so if
alien
it's kept
tech.
in the background and it's more played as the frontier is a fucking weird place with a lot of strange shit going on, I'm fine, as long as they don't. Because it could even be cool if they start messing with like, sort of like how in Stellaris you've got a lot of event chains that happen. They're just kind of cool and weird.
Yeah,
I think that could be interesting if they really sort of went like down that route and had like. Sort of explored a lot of cool ideas, but I hope that the central conflict is always framed around the IMC and militia.
Right, we said about 30 minutes ago that we were going to tell people why we haven't been around.
Well,
so do you want to hot fire through these questions real fast?
Yeah, sure.
When life smacks you in the face, just put you all on the shit, because he asked how we feel about Halo Infinite. We're big Halo fans, or we used to be, before 343 got their mitts on things.
Well, I mean, I was a big fan in the 353 stuff as well. Well,
for Halo 4.
No, I mean, up until Halo 5, I was a massive fan of the lot. I got like, every single comic and every single book. I was
Let the records show that Jacob Baconshelf Stokes likes the Forerunner trilogy of books. He loves
No,
them.
I've always just liked those. even since I first read them, I thought they were weird. I wasn't keen on. But it's like I was willing to put up with it though because I genuinely believed in where they were going. There was I had a lot of hype for Halo 5 with Hunt the Truth and Escalation set up some interesting stories. and they did fuck all with it. And since Halo 5, it's kind of just been, aside from a couple of bits of content which I have followed, like there was that Fleet Battles war game that they did, and the Warfleet book and stuff, which are genuinely good. And you know, I'm willing to, unlike a lot of people, I don't have this weird irrational hatred of 343 to the point where anything they produce is shit. And
yes, you fucking do.
No, I don't.
Every time I even vaguely mention 343, I don't fucking care.
Most of the stuff I'm not a fan of that they've done. And again, after Halo 5, I generally don't care about the future of the series because they've proven that
they're incapable of handling Halo.
I don't want to say that.
But it's true.
I want to say more that they've proven right now that there's literally no reason to care because they can and will change story direction on a whim, and therefore trying to get invested is a fruitless endeavour.
Yeah.
But,
however,
they have done good stuff, and I don't want to be one of those people who refuses to ignore it. No, okay, so for example...
Forge Team did a fucking amazing job on Halo 5.
I mean, even the story department, the Kenneth Peters, he's called, one of the writers, is genuinely a fucking great dude, and it's a shame that his work doesn't get recognised more. His work on Warfleet, the cross-section book about all the spaceships, is great.
Guys, let's get Brian Reed back.
He's the one who did the Fall of Reach, the tabletop game that they did. Where it was,
fuck.
No, the Fleet Battles one.
No, I just had a terrifying thought that's gonna give me nightmares tonight. What if Brian Reed's the writer for Titanfall 3?
Why would he be?
I don't know, because he left 343. It's a vague possibility. Somewhere out there.
It's not, because he's not being hired by
somewhere out there in the fucking vast multiverse, there is a universe where Brian Reed is the writer for the next Titanfall game.
I mean, to be fair, it's not that Titanfall 2's plot was exactly fucking stellar.
No, but it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable.
Anyway, yes, I think that 343 have their merits, and with stuff like, you know, in the Spartan Field Manual, how they've introduced the concept of Gen 3 Mion, which is explicitly stated to go back to the fucking roots of the Gen 1 platform. At the moment, I have no intentions. Right now, I have no intentions of buying Halo Infinite because 343 have proven that I can't trust them. However,
with a lot of the fan base, it's a case of when we saw the Infinite trailer, it was like, you haven't grabbed me yet, but don't think we don't appreciate the frantic backpedaling. The other thing is,
and this might just be me coming from more my perspective as an artist, when they say that everything in Infinite is rendered in engine, I kind of roll my eyes a bit because, to me, yes, it's technically rendered in engine, but there's no player input, there's no AI running. Those are probably all pre-scripted animations.
Yeah, there's
for all we know,
there's obviously no gameplay there.
With how far off they've described the game, I don't want to say that anything in that trailer is resemblant of the Philo game, considering that...
I think the art style is about all that will stick.
Look at Halo 2 E3 compared to the Halo 2 that we got. Look at... You know what I mean? That was a very different experience.
The Halo 2 E3 to the actual release thing, though, was just a level thing, because that Metropolis level didn't
you know what I mean? Look at how different that was. And then look at the game, which is apparently still in pre-production, or mid-production. You know, if they've said that they're not going to be showing off anything of the game for a long time, I don't want to... I'm not going to fall into the trap of thinking that that trailer is something we should get hyped for. Or, as a better example, the Halo... The 2013 trailer. The Desert. The Guardian.
Oh, the one that completely didn't show up?
Yeah. So again, I don't want to get excited for Halo Infinite because right now...
guys, that was a Halo 6 trailer.
Because right now, 343 have done nothing to prove that to really regain my trust. And if they do, and if Halo Infinite comes out, and it's a fantastic game, then I'm not going to not buy it because at the end of the day, it's a good game.
Bring MCC to PC.
Because at the end of the day, if it's a good game, it's a good game. What is there not to like about that? And so I want it to be a good game. And if it is a good game, I will buy it because I want to buy fun products.
You'll buy it pre-owned though.
Yeah, unless it proves to be genuinely good, in which case I want to support the developers.
Nice.
But at the same time, I'm done with... Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
It didn't even explode, it just fucking... Oh god, that was horrific.
But at the same time, I don't want to... I'm not buying games blindly. I did that with Halo 5 and I was burned. I did that with Fallout 4 and I was burned.
In fairness, you didn't do that blindly. You did that on the whole marketing campaign. But the marketing campaign was just bullshit.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I'm sick of buying games before I know if they're good or not. If I'd have waited for Halo 5, I would have probably not bought it because then I'd have known that there was no custom games.
Forgot those
there was no infection. There was the game, you know, had a fucking 10 gig install, which for my internet at the time, I was sat there for 3 days downloading it, so I couldn't play the multiplayer.
Can you imagine if it was 100 gigs on launch like it is fucking now?
Like Red Dead.
Is Red Dead 100 gigs?
Yes.
Alright, that seals the deal. I'm definitely not fucking buying it now.
105 gigabytes.
Fuck that. Fucking, sick of games, like, taking up so much space now.
It's just natural as graphics evolve.
The
key is that...
Yeah, graphics are dumb.
Wow. You insulted my profession.
Yeah, but you're bad at art.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not great.
But yeah, feelings on Halo Infinite, we're gonna see how it turns out.
I'm, like everything at the moment, I'm going to assume it's shit until proven otherwise.
Oh wow, guilty until proven otherwise, okay.
Well, I mean, I think with how much I've been burnt on games, there's only 3 games that are coming out in the near future that I'm even remotely excited for.
In the year 2030.
Like, Titanfall 3, because I have a lot of trust in Respawn right now. Doom Eternal, because it just genuinely looks fucking fantastic.
That game, I cannot fucking wait for
and
that.
Metro Exodus, because again, 4X games have proven themselves so far that if I buy Metro Exodus, right now I have no reason to believe that I'm going to get burnt on buying it.
Metro XD.
But there's nothing else coming out right now, or that's been announced that I'm even, aside from maybe Stalker, that I'm even remotely interested in.
Sorry, little guy. The saddest moment in video gaming. Why are we so cruel?
Because you put him out of his misery, it's fine.
He was just asking for episode 5. Shit, yeah, okay.
So yeah, Halo Infinite. I'm not excited, and I'm going to assume it's gonna be a lie until proven otherwise.
Halo Infinite sucks. You suck. Move on. Rayquaza says, it's an interesting scene. Oh, no, we read that. He says, shows how 5 years change people's standards on FPS content, not reviews. Yeah, Black Ops 4 is whatever. We're not Call of Duty people at all. Neither do I fucking care what they do. What else have we got? I just thought of this quick. You scroll past it.
What? No, I'm just going back to the bottom, so it updates properly.
Yeah, it'll update. Let me scroll down. I just thought of this quick. Will they expand upon the alien? We talked about that. Fuck. WoW and Ghost are my favorite. Ghost is your favorite COD? Are you fucking high? Jesus. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for your loss.
No comment.
No comment.
Well, I've not played it, so I can't really comment on it.
It's like almost universally panned as like the worst one, isn't it? WoW was fucking amazing, though. I'll give you that.
I don't know. I don't care.
That's weird. To me. So they should.
You actually wanted the humans to win in Avatar. You are a man of culture. Fucking right we are.
Shit, who said that? Wait, okay. They should add a purpose to what you're doing in multiplayer, not exactly scripted, but at the start say that one team is a security force defending map from militia intruders or something. That's that could be a game mode. I don't think that should be the full game. You're talking about like a Warzone thing there, like a Warzone assault. Like an attack and defending team?
Basically,
I can't think of another. Yeah, Invasion.
Or Rush from Battlefield.
Man, I'd fucking love to see Invasion in Titanfall.
I'm not sure how you can make it work though, because Titanfall's gameplay is very arena-y, and I'm not sure that you can really make it work properly.
Yeah,
something like
it'd be more like.
I feel like something like One Bomb or like One Flag CTF would probably work better.
I think it'd have to be something that like if it was an Invasion-esque objective, like the final one being deliver a core, it would probably have to be like those fucking construction titans, the reserve titans you were just mentioning. It could be something like that, like you have to deliver on someone. I don't know. There's always options.
I mean, you just reminded me of how I've always said they should do Bounty Hunt. So
Bounty Hunt bad. Just kidding. That's okay.
With the bosses, don't just make the bosses lazy reskins of the existing titans. Do
original.
I'm pretty sure I've told you, haven't I, about how I think what they should do for the bosses in Titan. If they did Bounty Hunt again, bring back the tanks from the first game, but make them like NPCs.
Yeah, I want to see the fucking vehicles come back, and I'd love to see if they were gonna do the bosses again, do the fucking dragon things.
Yeah, that'd be cool as like enemies. Prowlers. I think what'd be really cool
Big
for
prowler.
Either Frontier Defense or Bounty Hunt is have a Leviathan that you have to kill.
That'd be fun.
Like, the final round of one of the maps is a Leviathan coming through it, and you have to like kill it. And it's just that, and like maybe a load of flyers.
Yeah. Nicktown 2015 says, how about the black market for Titanfall 3 where you could buy stuff for your pilot and Titan using burn cards? Buy stuff with burn cards?
Burn cards never seemed like a currency kind of thing to me.
As long as they don't... I want to see burn cards back as long as they don't microtransaction them, but I want to see them back in the sort of same capacity that they were in the first game.
Given Respawn's attitude towards microtransactions, I can completely buy that they won't ever do that.
But given their new boss.
Yeah, but the thing is, EA has been straying away from microtransactions now after the Battlefield 2 fiasco.
Partially, yeah. I guess with the AAA like shooters and stuff they have.
Well, there was a leak before Battlefield 5 was announced. There was a big leak, which is from a pretty reliable source. I think it was Jason Trey that was talking about it, who said that I think it was anyway. I don't know if it was him for certain. He talked about how the gossip right now is that Dice.com were developing Battlefield 5, which we now know to be true. World War II.
Battlefield bad.
And then Dice LA, the ones who fixed Battlefield 4, are developing Bad Company 3 for next year. And apparently, after the Battlefield 2 thing, because at the time Bad Company 3 was still in pre-production, so they will basically...
Is that game ever coming out?
Well, yeah, next year, if the leak is true.
I hope it's fucking true. I'll probably buy that.
And apparently the game is set in Russia invading the US in like an alternate history Cold War. And apparently, they said that no microtransactions or cosmetic microtransactions only, because they basically, after the Battlefield 2 thing, I think EA internally had a bit of a freak out.
Yeah. And like smack you in the face, you actually wanted the... Oh yeah, you just heard that, yeah. There could be extinct aliens. I hope that's the case. I hope they're not around.
Yeah, I just never want the aliens to become the forefront of the plot. I don't want aliens to be... I don't want to be exploring their ruins all the time. I don't want to be finding out what they did or why they died or whatever. I just want...
XD,
as far as I'm concerned, it can be a plot device. I want the main stuff to be... Because I like Titanfall for its aesthetic and like sort of the grit of the universe.
What was that new Halo book? The cover looked like... Yeah, looked like a shitpost. Yeah. I thought it was a shitpost because the author was called Kelly Gay. But
no, she was just called Kelly Gay.
No, I didn't realize it was the author's name when I first read it, and I saw a female on the cover. I thought it was just like a shitpost saying that Spartan Kelly was gay.
No, but on Halopedia it says apparently that one of her other books has been like was like sort of won like a LGBT category award before because they saw Kelly Gay like the author, so they assumed that. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
Is she a good author? I don't know anything about her.
I've heard that Smoke and Shadow is actually pretty well received because it's basically set as like a Firefly kind of thing. Where it's like you got a crew of ship, you got half a dozen people on it, and they got to scavenge some Forerunner ruins.
Not bad.
Which apparently I've had one of my friends tell me that if there's any new post 2015 Halo books I should read, it's that one because apparently it most fits my taste. But
Vera Pax said the fucking Marvin kill was the saddest part of the game, and they corrected herself when the campaign isn't over. Corrected themselves. I don't know why I said her there. Oh shit.
Because we're talking about
That's political correctness. Yeah, probably. I apologize. Wow. Hello everyone. Just joined in. Welcome, Mighty Captain Drake. Good to have you. Imagine trying to run Red Dead on Xbox. It's probably going to run on Xbox. It's coming out on Xbox. It just probably will be like subpar 30 FPS.
On the Xbox One X.
Hey, yeah, I was just about to say, at least it's not fucking Fallout 76.
Oh,
it's
no,
subpar 9 FPS.
I'm refusing to talk about that. I'm refusing.
You're refusing to talk about Fallout?
Yep. Because otherwise we're going to be here for at least an hour, and I'm not doing that.
I thought we were going to be longer on the Halo thing. I was trying to cut us off.
I'm not talking about Fallout.
Also, probably going to take 2 years to release on PC. Early reports from retailers are saying that Red Dead's releasing next year on PC, but...
well, that's what they did for GTA, isn't it?
Yeah. It was a couple of years for GTA.
Was it? I thought it was just a year after. I thought it was about the same time they...
I think it was 2015 it came out on PC.
No, because I thought it was about the same time they did the Xbox and PS4 version.
Which was about 2015.
I thought it was late 2014.
I'd have to verify that.
I think it was later 2014.
I'm not sure.
It was about the same time they had it in the first person mode as well.
Yeah, I think that was literally what they did it for. Well, that was for the Xbox One and PS4 releases.
It's so fucking weird, like thinking that game came out for the fucking 360.
Yeah, in September of 2013.
I didn't play it on the 360, but I have no idea.
That game's 5 years old.
Jesus Christ! I say that's the big thing. I'm more interested with Red Dead 2 if it's going to beat GTA 5 in sales. Because you know what that game's like for fucking sales.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I kind of think just because it's a Western setting, it might not.
At the same time,
I kind of hope it does though. Yeah, it does look really good. I can't deny that.
But can we go to the town of Aguafria and ride in as a stranger one fine day? And never talk to folks around us because we don't have much to say.
Shit, what are you referencing?
No one will dare to ask us business. No one dares to make us late.
Am I a fucking retard? What am I?
Big iron.
Oh,
big
fucking!
iron.
I didn't catch the rhythm to it, so I didn't fucking hear it.
Yeah.
God, you're
down and fat free.
You killed me. You got me killed in this game. You fucking broke me. Alright, so just change the multiplayer to not be so gamey. Like, give us a reason to fight. Like, why is Vincent Dynamics fighting?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I've talked before about how that they should integrate the factions in with the networks, or do stuff like have you pledge allegiance to a faction 1 week, then you can't change that. But then every week there's like a weekly challenge where the collective members of that faction have to say get some amount of kills. Really sort of add like
like planet-sidey?
Yeah, like that kind of thing. I think that'd be really cool. The other thing is, I think, is how to stop the community as a whole from just
fucking each other over.
No, not even that. Just like everyone deciding, like say someone going on Reddit and putting like, all right, why don't we all join Apex Predators, and then that way we all get the rewards by all just doing the challenge, and then no one joins the other factions, and anyone who does join a faction that isn't the main one gets punished. That's the only way that's the only problem with that system I think you'd struggle with.
Yeah, I mean, like For Honor tried something like that. I'm pretty sure, and it didn't work very well on there either.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to experiment with. Maybe
I've never seen it work particularly great, but it is a cool idea that I'd like to see function. In
general, though, I'd like to see them bringing like weekly and daily challenges back, like they did in Reach.
Yeah.
Or like they did in Titanfall 1. For that matter,
Mighty Captain Drake says, I'm going to pass on Red Dead 2. I'm just skeptical. Also not a fan of Rockstar. I'm not a fan of Rockstar since GTA 5 because I don't like what they did with the fucking multiplayer, how it was so fucking hentai consumer.
Well, I mean, what I'm like, I only got GTA 5 because I got an Xbox One and there was literally nothing else that I wanted to play. There was not that I didn't even particularly want to play GTA, just that there was no one. I only had Halo Master Chief Collection and Battlefield 4, and I wanted again, and you guys were all playing GTA 5 at the time.
It really annoyed me with GTA 5.
Yeah, because GTA 5 was my first GTA game.
GTA 5 fucked me off because that whole game is like single player, and the whole premise of GTA 5. And it was in GTA 4 as well, and actually pretty much all of them, is that it was a mockery, it was like a parody of modern capitalism. So it was just a big fucking joke. And then they were kind of really hypocritical, because in the multiplayer with the microtransactions, they gave in to that same goddamn capitalism and spent the whole game mocking.
They added loads of stuff into multiplayer, but they never added it into the single player. Like, they didn't
add the railgun and shit? Oh no, the railgun was in the multiplayer.
Well, you can only get that if you play it on 360.
It wasn't in the multiplayer, it was in the single player.
But again, no, you can only get it though if...
yeah.
So I never got it.
I got it. It was pretty sick, but shame.
Yeah, I mean, GTA 5 was my first GTA game, and I'm probably not going to get another one. I just don't have any interest.
They always have really good single players. That's the thing. Like, I have no doubt Red Dead 2...
GTA 5 was fun enough, but at the same time, it's like... I don't really care. I'm interested. I still need to play fucking the first one.
Because I have absolutely no doubt that Red Dead 2 is going to have a fucking amazing campaign. I think it's going to be a really enjoyable experience, but I just have too much of a gripe with Rockstar to give them money.
Yeah, I just don't care enough. Like, I'm sure I'm fine, but I'm not particularly interested.
Yeah.
I think I'm sick of open world games.
I still love open world games. I think they give you a lot of liberty for stuff to do.
Grab the Cold War. It's top of these stairs. It's like it's there.
I'll be honest, I never knew that was there. Thank you.
Yeah. It's the only one in the entire campaign.
Wait, fuck. All right, we're memeing.
Nice.
Okay, so what was the comment after that? Pure joke. Titanfall 3 total EA Control Edition microtransactions to call in Titans, must pay for it if you want to faster to full pay extra. I fucked up my slurs there, but
nice.
Yeah, that'd be a meme, wouldn't it? But you say that, you're not going to be laughing when it's a fucking reality. I hope it's not a reality. It probably won't be. But
I'm going to remain optimistic for now.
Until
we start seeing footage of Titanfall 3 and it starts looking dodgy, like Titanfall 2 did in the first kind of like the alpha test and stuff. Until that happens, I don't see any reason to. Because I mean, I wasn't excited for Titanfall 2 after playing the tech tests, and I'll admit that. If it wasn't for the fact that I woke up on launch day and everyone was saying how fucking good the campaign was, I probably wouldn't have bought the game.
Because I remember launch day, because I didn't get to play the tech test because I didn't have internet at the time. You told me about it, and I was really skeptical about Titanfall 2.
I was skeptical.
I didn't want to get it, but then it came out on launch day, and I was like, oh, fuck it, let's just do it.
Yeah,
let's just get it.
I got up at about 9 o'clock and I went into town, I went to game and got a copy.
It was
and I woke up. And I'd seen all the reviews because there'd been reviews coming out for about a week. I was like, okay, everyone's saying this is actually genuinely good, so I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go on a whim here. I'll see if it's genuinely good. Got it, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah, it was a.
And I was.
We took a gamble, and it worked out really well. And it's we didn't even fucking pre-order the game, so.
I think I got a reservation game because. But that was like pay £5 and they'll reserve a copy for you. So
yeah, that's what a pre-order is.
No, not really, because like I could have got the £5 back. I didn't actually buy the game before launch. It was just a
You
reservation.
don't get the £5 back. It's a deposit.
Oh no, I think it's like £5 off the game if you went and bought it.
Yeah, that's what a deposit is.
Yeah, I don't know. Right, okay, it's the first time and last time I've ever done that.
Yeah, but okay. What's the comment below?
Because I think something else came out the same day. I think it, and like the people in the game shop seemed very surprised that someone actually went and bought Titanfall.
Is this guy being serious?
What?
1651 when the fucking Twitch avatar saying freaking PC elitists complaining. Are you talking about us? We play console. I don't get it.
I don't know.
He said off. Oof. Message retracted. Bunch of PC elitists. Why is he calling us PC elitists?
I'm really confused.
You goddamn fucking.
Freaking PC elitists complaining again. What?
Yeah, I think he's calling us PC elitists.
I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? We're not PC elitists, for the record.
Yeah.
Wait, have we been talking about PC here?
Have we? Not really. I mean, most.
No, we mentioned Red
I
Dead
have
2
like
on
20,
PC. That was
like
it.
20. I have like 20 days on console. I have like.
I think I have a lot more console time than I have on PC.
Yeah. No, I've probably got over a month of playtime on the console, and I've got like maybe about 10 hours on PC.
For context, we're not streaming Titanfall 2 on console right now because it just runs better on PC, obviously.
Well, that and I mean, setting up this stream.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I got rid of my Elgato, so I can't stream on Xbox anymore unless I use the mixer.
Base mixer.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm really confused how the PC it is.
Who knows? Anyway, GTA 4 and...
Oh, it might have been because we were talking about how Fallout 76 runs really shit on console.
Oh, yeah, that's not a bias against console.
No, that's a bias against Bethesda.
The early reports from Fallout 76 were saying, like, from the, 3 hours of playtime that people got on the Xbox One X, the good version, were, like, fucking subpar 9 FPS, which is unacceptable for a AAA fucking title.
I gotta be honest, I mean, it's Bethesda. I mean, without the community mods to actually fix the game for them, that game's probably could be unplayable.
Yeah, they said that the final build would be better, which I don't doubt, but I don't imagine it's going to be better than 30. Yeah. So
either way, I mean, again, I'm not talking Fallout.
Yeah, well,
what do you guys think of World War 3 on Steam? I keep forgetting that exists, and I realize that sounds really arseholy.
Oh, the Battlefield thing?
Yeah, it looks really fucking good. I just keep forgetting about it because I've been doing work.
You keep mentioning it to me every time, and like occasionally it comes out.
Yeah, right. I think it's in alpha test right now, but I need to download it.
It looks cool, but I've kind of gone off the whole Battlefield narcoleptic thing.
I love Battlefield 4 and 3 and Bad Company 2 and sort of that kind of thing. I'm not a fan of Battlefield 1 and I don't care about Battlefield 5.
If you get World War 3 when it comes out, I'll probably buy it.
I think one of my friends said that there's a like an alpha, like an open alpha test on Steam, but I don't know how true that is.
I really want to play Splitgate, but I don't know how to get a fucking key for it. It's that like a Halo arena style, but with portals.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, I remember you showing me that.
GTA and PS4 and Xbox One versions were released on 18th of November 2014. PC version was 2015. So we were both right, technically. What am I doing? Oh, right, he's fastballing me. What do you got? Smeagol is just mad because he bought a Switch. Yeah, he's mad he's playing Doom in 720p at 30 FPS. Would you guys play
I fucking forgot that Doom was on Switch.
They just released Dark Souls and it's the same shit.
Oh, God.
Switch is like, it's a nice console by the look of it, just for portability and accessibility, but it's I
don't care about
it's too much of like an entry-level thing for me to get
I don't care about any of the games on it. I have no interest in it.
Yeah, me neither. Aside from maybe Smash, just so I can go beat Rayquaza, because Rayquaza sucks.
The only thing I've ever had any interest in with Nintendo is Metroid, and I don't care enough to actually buy a console for it.
I mean, I just want to call out for the chat there. Delta Rayquaza in chat. He's the worst Smash player I've ever seen. He's really bad at fighting games. I beat him every time. That's a fact. It's a true fact. Would you guys play a Titanfall game mode where you play as a grunt, no Titans, no abilities, and no part? Well, like the Halo ODST of Titanfall.
Well, basically like the first mission.
Yeah.
Like the first mission of this game.
As a game, if it was a game mode, maybe.
Yeah, not as a dedicated game.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that'd take away a bit too much of what makes Titanfall.
They could maybe do that as a mission gimmick.
If they do like a game where they played with like a sort of Battlefield kind of thing, where it's larger scale, you had access to vehicles, pilots were like a special class.
Titanfall Wars, when?
Or like, yeah, or Titanfront.
Titanfront.
Like Battlefront. If it's not like that, that'd actually be kind of cool. Where you play as like grunts, and you have like different classes and like pilots or special classes. That could be cool.
Yeah, like the heavies and shit. Titans, like, yeah. It could be interesting. I think it could work as maybe like a mission gimmick for 3, where like you lose your jump kit for a mission, like it breaks or something.
Yeah. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that'd work. It'd have to be like you'd have to try and navigate this like.
But just a regular. I mean,
I just realized that looks like an Ethernet port.
But no, I think that for a regular Titanfall game, playing as a grunt would kind of defeat the point of Titanfall. It'd basically just be Call of Duty, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think
and
it would only work for like.
But in this case, it is 100% true. It would just be Call of Duty because when you take away the jump kits, the parkour and stuff, that's all Titanfall really is.
It's what makes it stand out because they do it so well.
Yeah.
Wow, I suck at Smash, alright, James. Yeah, you do suck at Smash. You nerd. Switch has good games, but still has third-party issues where no developer wants to make a game for it, except for Fortnite. Hey, ladies, you play Fortnite? Most third-party games on it take 2 to 4 years old ports of exist. Yeah, they don't even remaster, which is fucking dumb. But whatever. If you didn't have to like pay for them, or if they weren't so much, I wouldn't mind them. Life smacks you in the face. I swear I remember everyone bragging a fanboy and that Switch was amazing. Yeah, those were people who buy Nintendo products. I tell you what, that wasn't us.
I still want to know how we're
Switch?
PC elitist.
Yeah, you know, that's the kind of, that PC elitist comment, just the first thing that it reminds me of is that fucking...
I suppose the guy wasn't here earlier when I was defending Titan loadouts.
Is that like the alt account of the guy who said that our main Advocate Network series is a fucking montage?
Yeah. I'm assuming the guy wasn't here when I was fucking defending like phase shift and like boosts and all that kind of stuff. So
Titanfall 2 melee system is broken in MP, so they need to remove it. I don't think they need to remove it. It definitely is changing.
Okay, I think they should just go back to what they did with Titanfall 1. In Titanfall 1, the melee had about a 2-second wind-up animation.
Yes.
2 second might be a bit long.
It's just fucking instant in this one. It has a lunge.
In the first game, because it was a jump kick, so you had that little animation where you actually like doing like the jump, and then so you really had to time the melee. It wasn't just an instant like reaction, and I think that's what they need to go back to.
Oh god, I just saw a comment that upset me. But 1 second, I'll just say on
that's my friend.
Vortex?
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
That's Will.
Hey Will, what's up? No, we did a... Yeah, I saw the channel graph. Fuck, I need to get my data off that hard drive because I don't have any of our logos or shit anymore until I get it
out. Oh, yeah.
Which is the problem.
Oh, yeah, new PC.
Yeah, so we'll explain it. Fuck, let me rush through... Okay, we're gonna read up until immediate swords comment, and then we're gonna explain where the fuck we've been. Okay, so... It's been an hour.
Fucking hell, we've done it for an hour.
We like streaming. Alright, so... so the melee system. I kind of hope that they do melee weapons, because we mentioned earlier, like, the sword that got cut out from Frontier Defense.
If the current melee was a primary weapon, I'd be fine with it.
Different weapons with different stats.
Because if you have swords, you can have a pistol for long range. Because given how powerful the melee is, what they can do then is make the melee a bit more powerful to compensate for the fact that it's a full weapon. You're taking away the ability to use an actual...
I'd like that.
Make it like the energy sword or the gravity hammer.
Yeah, I'd
fucking Titanfall gravity hammer with a gravity star.
I'd fucking love that.
Gravity star hammer.
Oh god, a hammer that spit... Are you suicidal? Are you...
I always forget the gravity star exists.
Hey guys, can I... Oh no, I just read that. Classic montage comment. Okay, so we're just going to read this last one, and then we're going to explain where we are, and then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled program of being dumb on camera. Immediate sword. Unpopular opinion. AWOL can be used effectively, and you are able to use it without camping. That's true. It's very hard, but you are right. It's just the fact that there are so many people who use it for camping that it's counterintuitive for a lot of people not to.
I can't think of a way that you could really implement something like the AWOL without either making it useless or
or
make it powerful if not used for its intended purpose. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, the AWOL isn't that much of a problem to me
also
anymore, because it's kind of useless now.
It's also just one of those things I think where it's like, there's kind of... I just don't think it fits the game. It seems so out of place. The game is such built around ability that having something like the AWOL which rewards you for being still just seems so at odds with everything else the game is about. When you look at I suppose there's something to be said for for allowing for different playstyles for people who don't want to do the mobility stuff, but at the same time, why would you go into a fast-paced game and not want to do the fast-paced shit?
Yeah, I always question this, and I've actually during a few of my rage quit tangents on Titanfall 2, I have messaged people who, trying to be polite about it. Like, people who use cloak and tone and shit, and I'm just like, just out of genuine curiosity, what do you get out of playing these classes when, like, why did you buy a mobility game if you're gonna play those classes? And it usually just comes down to, oh, it's just because it's fun. It's like, yeah, okay. That's fair, but, like...
Yeah. I mean, it's like, before, so back when the game first came out, and I thought I was original at the time because I didn't really know, it hadn't really become a meme yet. I was using phase shift because it was just genuinely fun. And it was only about a few weeks after launch I started to realise, Jesus Christ, this thing's just overpowered, and I stopped using it. Because it was, when I started to see how mad people got it. Yeah, well, not even that, because it was before they nerfed it, it was when I started seeing how mad people got about it, I was like, yeah, actually, this makes the game really easy, and I started to realise it. Because you could just teleport out of any situation you were.
Will, can you fuck off and stop encouraging Battle Royale in Titanfall?
Yeah, no. Titanfall, Fortnite.
Jesus. Fortfall. Titan Night. Okay, yeah, right. Let's fucking explain where we've been.
Okay.
So let's start from the beginning, and the beginning being episodes 3 and 4's release.
Oh, yeah.
Back to back concurrently. Yeah. When was that?
June? 4 months ago.
It was June, wasn't it?
4 months ago, so... Yeah, about June.
Okay.
May, June time.
So, we were on hiatus for a pretty significant amount of time between episodes 2 and 3, and we decided that this was due to a few reasons. Most of it was me, I'll be honest. I was burnt the fuck out, and I was having a lot of trouble basically gathering the motivation to actually pull out another episode.
I think a lot of it was because it was just the Titanfall was starting to wind down as well, because it was like the time when the December update came out, and it was basically nothing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, well, neither of us were really interested at that point. Because, yeah, I'd kind of gone off the game anyway, because I'd played it that much. But...
Yeah, so we were toying around. We definitely wanted to do more episodes, but the problem was that we couldn't garner up the motivation to actually pull it off. And we decided that when we came back, we wanted to do more than one episode, so that we could release at least 2 back-to-back, sort of on a weekly basis, just so that when we inevitably went on hiatus again, because we knew we were gonna, you'd have a little bit of content to tide you over.
Me, the whole hiatus thing, I've kind of, it doesn't bother me too much because like I've been looking at like channels like there's a channel called Decadence Night. He does Elder Scrolls stuff, and he does Elder Scrolls a lot, and he releases a video every few months. But the thing is, they're high quality videos, and I have no issue with that. I'd rather have a high quality video every now and then than shit out a video every week that neither of us really care about. I am proud of the videos we've done because they've consistently, every episode has been better than the last. Yeah.
And we've been raking in pretty impressive views for a channel as new as ours and as small as ours.
Yeah.
But basically, we did episode 3, and that was actually done, finished, and rendered for a good few months before it came out. And then we finally got around to doing episode 4. We got the new format. And then we released it back to back. Everybody liked it. It was all happy. We were the most successful channel on YouTube. But then what happened?
Well, a lot of it was that because at the time you were living where you used to live, and I was living up here at uni. So a lot of it was trying to get feedback on the episode while it was in development was just annoying because you'd have to upload it onto YouTube. You'd have to render it all out on your buggy ass PC, upload it onto YouTube. I'd have to watch it. Try and explain to you what feedback I had while not really being able to point it out directly and stuff. And we decided that now that we both live in the same town, go to the same university, it's a lot easier to do videos now because we can we're in the same room, so we can meet up more. We can pretty much meet up anytime we want. Yeah,
so basically before, my PC was shit, my internet was shit, I couldn't screen share, it took forever to upload, my renders would consistently crash.
I didn't even have a PC till this January.
Yeah. So, effectively what it was is Jacob would do the writing, and I would pretty much do the rest of the process. And so I think what it was for you is you do the writing, send it off to me, and then for the next few weeks you just hear me complaining about problems.
Yeah. So there wasn't really much back and forth though, because just due to many reasons.
Yeah. So after episodes 3 and 4, we figured... because what we now have at our disposal is back then I knew I was going to be moving out to university and we are now on the same campus. So we figured if it's only going to be like 2-3 months, we might as well just wait because for the next episode we'll actually be in the same room. We have still have, I guess, plans to split 50-50 down the middle and get an external hard drive.
Yeah.
Where we're gonna just store all our shit.
Because I have a massive collection of images and concept art and stuff. Because I do editing on the wiki, so I collect these images anyway. So so a lot of the images and stuff is my big concept art collection is all organized and stuff. So
Yeah.
that way I can add stuff to the folder and just it's a lot easier sharing files.
Yeah, so basically it'll make the process easier because we can just bounce off one another.
If you've got a render of it, you don't need to render the full video for me to see it. I can watch it on the preview screen now.
So we're in a really unique position now because we have really good internet
Yeah.
to where we can stream now. I have a good PC now. Jacob can come around whenever or vice versa, and we can watch previews and we can go through ideas for the edits and we can brainstorm videos. But we've been here for a month.
Yeah.
Well, you've been here for longer, but we've been on campus for a month now.
We've both been here for a month.
Yeah. And episode 5 has not been done because you haven't. I'm pretty much just waiting on you to write it.
Yeah.
And I think your thing with it is that you just it's that sort of Titanfall fatigue thing. Maybe we're just
Well, not just that. I mean, at the moment I have two models, a 3D sculpt, and an entire environment to do now. So a lot of it is just that I'm spending pretty much every waking moment doing work at the moment.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is just genuine. I don't really have much time. Plus, and that like I'm never in at the moment. I'm fucking It's pretty much I get up in the morning, go out, and I don't get back till 2 a.m. So a lot of it is just genuine. Like I've not fucking got time to do it right now. But I'm planning on trying to get around it. The other thing for me is considering that it seems. So a lot of it was I was going to wait till E3 before deciding what to do next, because my thinking was that if they talk about Titanfall at E3.
This year, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was maybe a final fucking straw.
I think that was part of it for me. Is I was planning on really talking about it more if E3 mentioned Titanfall, in which case there'd be some interest in the series still. But then Respawn had, and to no fault for Respawn, had a pathetic presence. Like Vince Appel wasn't even allowed.
Basically, should not have been on stage. That's how minimal it was.
Well, they were on stage.
Oh yeah, they weren't on stage. They shouldn't have been at E3.
Yeah, like it seemed like
like
I mean,
Vince
it seemed like Vince wasn't particularly comfortable where he was. It seemed like
it looked like Vince was very clearly just in the audience.
Yeah,
and they thought, well, while you're here,
he didn't get to go up on stage. He basically said, "Okay, we are making a Star Wars game. It's called this. It's about this," and that was it.
And not even the Star Wars fans gave a shit because it was that vague.
Well, it just sort of got. Respawn seemed to really get shafted at E3, and they basically didn't mention Titanfall in the slightest. And so a lot of it for me,
fucked a lot of us off.
For me, a lot of it is right now. It seems like given Star Wars' game is coming out next year.
Oh god.
And given that it's looking like Titanfall 3 or whatever they're calling it, is going to be on a 4-year dev cycle. So we're looking at 2020 release. For me, there's only so many topics I think I could talk about in depth in the time that we have between now and 2020. And as much as I love the lore for the game, it is light. It is still fairly light on lore. And a lot of it for me is I don't want to burn out. I don't want to burn out on topics right away.
Yeah, so it's kind of that where I honestly think we could do 5 now.
We could do 5 now.
There is enough on the simulacrums, which is the planned episode, to do 5 now, and I'm just waiting on you to write that, and I'm pretty much ready to go, especially because my course is so fucking mundane.
Yeah.
And they've given me no modules, so I've got a lot more free time than I thought I did. Which I might actually use, since people are tuning in on this, I might do some live streaming, and to just bide over the time.
Well, I mean...
But not exclusively, obviously.
Yeah,
but
I mean, one thing I do want to start talking about, in the absence of more lore content, is I want to start talking about development. Partially because I'm just very interested in game development. I study it.
We do have the documentaries to go over.
Yeah, so this might end up happening, so take it with a grain of salt, but one idea I've had is to talk about stuff like the development of Titanfall 1, because it's a very interesting story. What was that?
Tabbed out by accident.
Yeah, stuff like talk about the development of the games, talk about sort of what things were cancelled, cut content, all that kind of stuff.
What the fuck?
Preset animation. That's cool.
Michael, fuck you. Fuck you, Bricks.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like cut content and stuff that I'd love to talk about because I love that kind of stuff. And I think it's, particularly the development of Titanfall 1, like when you really read up on the development of the first game, it's like, and how much respect I gained for Respawn after reading about that.
Yeah, I still haven't read it.
You really need to.
Yeah, I might go through it tonight if I can.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff like that I'd like to talk about, but it's not direct lore content, but it is Titanfall related. So there's stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of it is just finding the time to do it now, because I am incredibly busy. I've got stuff on pretty much all the time.
Basically, if we had another writer, it'd be really good.
Yeah.
Or if I knew jack shit about Titanfall lore.
Yeah. So there's that. And a lot of it, yeah, I think at this point, because I would love, and we've talked about it a little bit, I would love to redo the first couple episodes in the new style. Yeah,
we talked about doing this as a thing when Titanfall 3 releases, which we assume it will, we hope it will, it's in development. Where the first 2 episodes, obviously, because our format is a lot better now, my voice acting is a lot better now, we wanted to redo the first 2 episodes, but we didn't want to just re-release them. So we were going to kind of wait until Titanfall 3, and then, based on whatever new information we get from that game, do like a remaster of those episodes at a later date.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember, I mean, obviously, never assume anything, but what I would love, if all went well, do you remember how for Titanfall 2, the actual commissioned videos from like people on YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if we
You think they'll reach out?
No, because I doubt we'll be big enough to do that, but it'd be amazing if that was the thing.
But if we make videos now, we can get big enough.
The thing is,
tell your friends.
But the thing is, yeah, it's like, there's not much hype for the series at the moment. It's just not relevant. And there's not a lot of people going out and searching for Titanfall videos, which is
just not scary.
You mean, because there's not really any reason to for the moment if you're not heavily invested in the series.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the state of things at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty much, we're kind of, well, I'm ready to go.
We have the setup now, it's just that the series being what it is right now, there's not much to talk about.
No,
you know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, there's stuff we can do now, definitely,
Yeah.
but it's just you finding the time to get
it's
it
like,
done.
I don't want to do all the ideas that we have in the next month or so, for example, and then be 2 years without anything.
Obviously, we're not going to get every
Yeah.
episode out. We have so many fucking episodes we can do now.
So it's like, and I don't want to be reduced to making top 10 lists, and I don't want to be reduced to...
Yeah.
I don't want to make clickbait.
Another
I would
thing-
rather and my personal view on it is, I would rather release fewer episodes, but know that all the episodes we do, we put a lot of effort into.
Fucking solid, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my thing. Is just, and so I'm happy with not releasing as many episodes if it means
Nice product award.
quality over quantity.
Yeah. Another thing we talked about is, you mentioned this prior, is that just because of that burnout without like any Titanfall content at the moment, is we talked about doing other videos that would help motivate us, such as kind of what we're doing now, which is we wanted to do a video where we talked about what we wanted out of Titanfall 3's like narratives.
Yeah. That's what this stream was going to be. It got a bit sidetracked.
Yeah, kind of. So I think we'll maybe still do it if we can like get some good pointers. We'll probably do like an actual edited video.
Yeah, because that's all. I'd thought to that.
Yeah.
Actually, now because I was a bit apprehensive at first, but now we've done this, it's gone well at the same time. I'd love to.
Yeah, there's other content we can definitely do between episodes that'll keep us going.
Yeah.
And we definitely have a lot of plans.
But and then we did briefly talk about, though I'm not sure if we'll ever. I'm not sure if we'll do it. Like talk about maybe other things. But again, that depends on if people actually want to see say videos about the Expanse.
Oh,
that.
Yeah,
we
were kind of. Yeah, we were drawn on. At some point, we are going to run out of Titanfall content. That is going to be a thing. We can't last forever on this, obviously. So we were kind of. It's a question of if we do finish everything we want to do we keep making videos on this channel just about other franchises, or do we make a new channel? Personally, I'd like to make a new channel and leave Advocate Network as like a bittersweet thing.
Not even that, but just leave it as Titanfall for when Titanfall is relevant.
Yeah.
Because I mean, but the thing is, it's like, again, it's like how. So like, loads of people do stuff on Halo, loads of people do stuff on Mass Effect. So I'd never considered doing those because, I mean, why would people come to us for it when there's people like Code Freak who do videos on Halo all the time?
He sucks.
And I'm not going to comment.
I was talking to him on Twitter the other day, actually.
You know, I'm just trying to be professional.
On this fucking channel?
But yeah, no. But no, what was it? It's like fuck, I've lost my train of thought now. Oh yeah, stuff like the Expanse where it gets talked about a little bit, but I would love to talk about the Expanse in a more Well, no, I'm just using that as an example. But something like The Expanse that has...
There's always stuff we can do, it's just a matter of whether people are interested in us doing it.
Because, I mean, like Titanfall, I mean, they're very similar to the tone, but The Expanse is a firm sci-fi TV series and novel series. Titanfall is a campy sci-fi FPS game.
With very little information.
Yeah, so it's like, how much do you really want to deviate? It depends on if people would be interested in that kind of thing. Because a lot of people are here for Titanfall, because that's what we do.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm not gonna... And so that's a kind of a thin line. Like, do we make another channel for it, or do we... Because, you know, do we make another channel for it and become fucking Halo follower?
Yeah, it's stuff down the line, but I think now what we need to focus on is just when we can getting episode 5 out. I know, fucking dying.
Nice.
Yeah, I know that I could edit that episode within a week once we have the script.
Yeah.
And because we're so close now, and because we can render better and do PC things better.
Yeah. I think at the moment, based on how
it's just a matter of you finding the time.
I think at the moment, based off how my work's going, it's going to be December before I can really sit down properly.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know. I might be able to do bits of it before then, but yeah, a lot of it's just going to be, particularly, like, it's just, yeah. Because, like I said, I've got an environment art, I need to do a lot of assets for that.
I say that it might be at some point possibly worth inquiring with the fucking Reddit and seeing if there's... I mean, I don't even know if there's anyone else on this planet who's proficient in the lore like you are, because you run the goddamn wiki page.
Yeah.
But it would be nice at some point just to have, like, someone else to do writing for when you're unavailable.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know if I can do auditions.
Yeah. Send in your scripts.
Yeah. And I think the other thing is like that kind of thing is I'm a massive autist in the regard that I would want to
vet everything.
Yeah.
You could just read it. It would take a much shorter period of time to read than it would to...
But I mean, yeah, and a lot of it as well is like dividing time. When I do Titanfall related stuff, dividing time between this and try to continue my big wiki cleanup project, which is still ongoing.
So this is more... Did I just get double flamethrower?
Yes.
You fucking asshole. But yeah, that's that. That's pretty much where we've been. That's why we haven't been posting videos.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. Jacob's...
It's me this time.
He's a massive cunt. He's a big cunt.
It's not you, it's me.
Damn right. Okay.
And also a bit of you.
It's a reverse of roles now, because it was me for the longest time in the first 4 episodes. Yes, but now we are primed and ready. Fuck your servo core.
Yeah, but no, I think honestly at the moment, I think just with what I'm doing now, I think if anything, I'm feeling more inspired to write the Titanfall 1 development at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, but whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
People just like they want content, and as soon as they can get the series back up, I think if it motivates you to do episode 5, then absolutely you should do something else first.
Yeah. Because I would love to start talking about game development in relation to Titanfall.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You guys want to see that? There hasn't been a comment in a while, but everybody might have tuned out. I'm fucking bored of us talking.
Let's see how many views. Oh, 10 watching now. I don't know if that was the most.
Yeah, there was like 13 at most, I think. But yeah, I mean, if people want to see the development of Titanfall, I'm actually pretty sure someone asked for that.
Maybe.
There was only like 1 comment, but someone asked for it at some point. I'm pretty confident in like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yes, Max Wilson wants the development of Titanfall.
Oh, there we are.
There we go. It's confirmed. 1 person asked for it. We're doing it.
Okay. Yeah, because I'd love to talk about cut content.
Cave your expectations.
The things that could have been. I always find that very interesting, and it's a shame that like even like on the big sort of like you say like for Halo example, people like I've never really seen videos talk about like Halo cut content, despite how popular that series is.
Halo sucks. Like
yeah, you think there'd be more people doing videos on sort of development of Halo games, but that's the kind of thing that doesn't really happen.
Do it, Darren. Fuck you.
So I mean, if a video about the development of Titanfall 1 and maybe Titanfall 2 became big. I'd even look into doing videos about development of other games, but then I suppose I'd risk changing the focus of the channel too much. Oh, another one was the Law of Titanfall.
I think we should do an original unlicensed Netflix series about Titanfall.
Another one with the Law of Titanfall Online, which I still want to cover.
Yeah, there's a lot we can cover. It's just waiting on...
I actually made a thread on the forums this morning because the community manager is pretty active on the forums, so I made a thread on the forums asking if possible, can we get an official confirmation as to whether Titanfall Online is or is not considered canon.
This is essentially just waiting on scripts at this point.
Yeah.
So I think we can probably tonight actually put a post out for more writers. We don't really need more. We just need like someone
it's
to.
It's because the thing is, it's not about writing ability, right? It's just about.
It's just script. I mean, even not to fucking. This makes me sound like a narcissist, but
fucking ego.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But like even when you write the scripts, I still have to go through and like vet them to make sure.
Yeah, well, it's because I write them as I talk.
Yeah, like
you have to write. You have to change.
I have to write them as a screenplay, whereas you do them as lore, which is fine.
Well, it's because I'm not a fucking narrator.
We make do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's because I write the wiki, so I write in like a professional kind of style, whereas you want to. Also, you write as you want to talk because you're the one who's fucking talking it, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much, episode 5 we can do whenever this development of Titanfall 1 thing might come out first. I'd actually really like to do that. I think that'd be a fun video. That might be quite kind of lengthy, actually.
Yeah,
that could be.
Well, do you remember that? I'm pretty sure I sent you that link where I did the write-up on the wiki.
Maybe a while ago, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't recall much about it.
A lot of fucking information, and I missed out a lot from that.
Yeah,
I had to summarize a lot of things, so...
God, that's an ugly ship.
What, dude? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of...
Braxton.
I'm not a big fan of the McAllens.
Yeah.
I fucking love the Malta, though.
Malta's pretty.
The thing is, the McAllens look cool from the front, it's just that you only ever see them from the back for some reason. Like, I think there's a render on the wiki that it's one of those things on the front, and it's actually looks kind of cool. It just looks really weird from the back.
Yeah.
And what's sad is there's two ships called the Hunter and the Huntsman and the something else. There's the Huntsman and there's something else, and they're like militia style ships, and they look so much cooler. Also, did I just see BT's animation like have his legs like dangling off the side there?
Yeah, you did. I saw it in the stream preview. What the fuck?
Good old FOV. We know your tricks.
Thanks, Respawn.
Fix your goddamn game.
Patch when?
But yeah.
I'm sick of private match being a beta.
But nah, hopefully one day
one day you'll get your shit together.
What? Oh, and I was gonna say, hopefully one day I can apply for Respawn and be like, hey, I fucking love Titanfall. You wanna know how I fucking love Titanfall?
Watch this channel.
And look at the wiki, because I fucking like put way too much time into that wiki. I haven't really done much on it for a while.
You can ricochet?
Yeah.
Lol. I never used the double tick. Oh man. So yeah, development of Titanfall 1, episode 5 simulacrums, this story of Titanfall 3 if we can get something together. This stream will not serve as that video though. Should we keep this on the channel?
Yeah.
This will auto-upload, so we might as well. We'll do a fucking thumbnail for it. If we're gonna start...
You might just have to put a thing on like the description saying skip to this time if you want to hear about the future of the channel.
Yeah, since this has worked out quite nicely, surprisingly nicely, considering this was meant to be a stream test and we gave nobody any notice.
I was supposed to be here for about 20 minutes and ended up staying here for like over an hour.
Yeah, this turned out really nicely actually, so I don't think it'd be a bad idea to do more streams in the future.
Yeah, a bit fun.
We could do possibly some community. Well, we talked about doing some community stuff at subscriber milestones, getting people for game nights.
Yeah.
Oh god, that jank. I don't know. There's a variety of shit we can do. It's just a matter of when we can get the time to do it, or more specifically, when Jacob can get the time to do it. So that's pretty much that in the where we've been, what we're doing. We should probably read back on these.
Is that what you really want to say?
Not on that. We've pretty much said everything.
Lunch.
Got lunch now? Let's read back on the comments that there are. It's kind of stagnated, so yeah, I'm ready to go about and get dinner. How about we pause this? Let's just read what's left, and then we'll tune out.
If anyone has anything to say, now's your time to say it.
Yes. Any last words, cunts? Demonetized. I'm bad for this channel, I'm telling you. Yeah, the one punch. Yeah, the punch in this game is active on like one frame. Oh, frame one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah. It's a very janky, especially in Titanfall 2 where there's a lunge to it and an auto aim.
Ooh, there we are. So that's my domain. Unpopular opinion: Titanfall 2 looks like a kid's game in terms of color palette.
Wait, fuck! You just skipped. I was reading down in order. But yeah, go ahead and I'll skip that one.
Yeah. So
Edgar Martinez says.
Yeah. Titanfall 2 is just as colorful as say Halo 3, and Halo 3 I wouldn't really say is a kid's game. No, it's definitely like, I mean, if you look at the game, there's an incredible amount of detail in this game. It's not a kiddie detail, but it means like the color palette. But
I mean, look at this shit. I can fucking
Yeah.
I killed that guy. Blood came out of his head.
But no, I mean, like, in terms of the colour palette, though, I don't see why the colour palette means it's bad. I don't. Now, there are some... Whoa.
They didn't see that. It's a kid's game.
It's like... The colour palette is... It's definitely not as brown and grey as Titanfall 1. But at the same time, I mean, look at the original Halo games. Before Reach, they were all very colourful games.
Yeah.
I mean, Reach is the game that got me inspired to do the fucking job that I want to do.
I mean, I remember when I was... You didn't get into Halo until Reach, but you probably heard about... 3?
Yeah, it was 3 when I got
you didn't have internet until Reach, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I remember a lot of the online discussion, or specifically when I was
I remember seeing a lot of the online discussion.
When I was in high school, like, people would fucking, like the Call of Duty crowd would shit on Halo and just call it a kid's game.
Yeah,
because
I
it was
remember
bright and colorful. But it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's, once you actually dive into it.
Yeah, I don't think that...
It's...
Now, there are some areas where I think Titanfall 2 feels a bit too colourful. Exoplanet, I generally find to be fairly ugly. The colour palette on it.
I like that map, but it is a bit too bright.
It's a bit garish. I mean, my favourite maps in the series are stuff like Colony and Rise, partially because they look a lot nicer.
Glitch.
I like the sort of industrial kind of look.
Glitch is the best map.
But no, in general, I don't think Titanfall 2's increased colour palette is a bad thing at all. I think part of it as well is just that it has better lighting technology. So yeah,
there's definitely a difference in.
I think the more it's more about how you use the colour. Titanfall 2 and Titanfall 1 have, and like the original Halo games, for example, all use colour very well. Like the gunmetals and stuff, like there's not really any gloss. There's not sort of nothing's really glossy. Nothing's really like overly. Yeah, things still have grit and grime on them. Like
there's blood. There's destruction.
It's not Halo 5.
Yeah, Halo. It's not Power Rangers. All right. So Max Wilson said in Titanfall 2, what's your favorite Titan in the multiplayer, and what's your favorite ability? Scorch. And I assume that's Scorch for you too.
Well, yeah, but I was using Scorch before it was cool when he got buffed.
That was true. You were pretty good at Scorch before you got buffed too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was using Scorch on day one. I kind of just never really changed.
Pop Scorch. In terms of favorite ability, I'm going to assume you're talking about tactical. Obviously
Hollow Pilot.
Hollow for you, Grapple for me, just because it's fun. Unpopular opinion, I enjoyed the first Titanfall. Is that unpopular?
No.
That game was critically acclaimed. That was, I'm Mighty Captain Drake.
Well, I mean, it's unpopular in the sense that if you got outside Titanfall communities, a lot of people like Titanfall. It was an okay game, but then it sort of died.
Didn't that bomber? So yeah.
If you go outside Titanfall community, it's an unpopular opinion, I suppose. But even then, people always say they enjoyed it. They just kind of got bored of it.
Yeah. Rayquaza said just make the punch of a few startup frames. Yeah, that's basically
what Titanfall 1 did. It just had a wind-up animation.
That's but also there is the thing of it's still got auto-aim and it's still an insta-kill.
But the thing is, Titanfall 1 did it and it was fine. So.
Yeah. It was okay. It was kind of janky.
Also, it
didn't
have as much range. It didn't have as much
the lunge and the auto-aim is my problem with it because it's too fucking easy to get melee kills. You can use the Nullify Nuke Eject. Wait, use what to Nullify Nuke Eject? AWOL. You can do that. You can use AWOL to nullify Nuke Eject. Yeah, it protects you unless it destroys the shield, which it usually does. Pilot Sentry best ability: kill yourself. Well, don't actually do that. That's my job.
Oh, now you've been banned off Twitter.
Shit. I'm not going to be verified. Where's my blue tick? Life smacks you in the face. Make the AWOL a gun shield from Rainbow Six Siege. Mobile?
Oh, right. So
that can work.
No, so there's a character in Rainbow Six called Blackbeard. He has like a little he has like a DMR, and around the DMR he has like this glass panel. So he can peek around corners, and what happens is that you try and shoot him, but you can't shoot his head because he's got the shield. And after the shield takes a few shots, it breaks, and you have to put another one on it, and you get 2 of those shields.
Yeah, that could work.
It could work, maybe.
If it's a mobile thing.
I think if it was a tactical ability, so you had to activate it at certain times, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Potentially.
Yeah.
So I think the conclusion here is that we just need armor lock in Titanfall 3.
But then at the same time, Titanfall doesn't really place as much emphasis on peeking.
I mean, you want armor lock in Titanfall 3?
No.
Fuck.
You know what they should do though? You know the shield captain in the campaign?
Yes.
Add that as an ability.
A hard light shield.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, that could work. I'd see that in a replacement of AWOL. Just imagine it Titanfall Battle Royale. Please shut up, Captain Drake. Stop. Thanos in Titanfall. Thanos Titan. What?
I don't know what people want to
Infinite, like a gauntlet Titan? Wasn't that there was like a punchy Titan that was meant to be in Titanfall 2.
Bison.
The Bison, yeah.
Yeah.
Shame that didn't make it in. Hopefully it's in 3.
Like a brawler, I think it was meant to be.
Yeah, just charges at people, fucking beats them up. Alright, you don't want to become a Halo follower YouTuber. That's absolutely correct. We do not want to scam our employees out of money and make shitty clickbait thumbnails. ArtView says, well, Respawn has handed the keys of a burning ship since EA shut down Visceral and they had to compromise with the announcement.
Well, I don't want to spend too long on this because we talked about it right at the start.
I think everybody and their fucking dog has talked about the EA sale at this point, and we did talk about it earlier, so you can watch it on the VOD. If you want to see our
thoughts on it,
the VOD will be up after the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a we'll see what happens subject, but
yeah,
depending on your point of view.
Until we actually get confirmation that something bad's happening, I don't see the point in freaking out.
Yeah. Okay, so people want the development of Titanfall 1 video. ArtView, can the subs create the name for your new channel in the comments section? That'd be it.
Advocate Network was kind of spur of the moment. It's like, wait.
Advocate Network worked really well, but that was like the first thing we came up with.
It's the first thing we came up with.
And it just clicked.
Because
it was like,
there was a thing in the game already. So it was like,
I think it was you who came up with it.
Yeah.
And I kind of laughed at first, thinking it was like a cringy fanfic thing. But then it took me like 2 seconds, and I was like, wait a minute, that actually kind of...
It works. It's
yeah. So, oh dear, people slamming doors.
Tell your housemates to shut up.
Jacob, play Morrowind, says, well...
I will, at some point.
Morrowind's bad, though? Like it's terrible?
No. Oh, don't say that to Will.
Nicktown 2015 says, Pickle Rick. I say, get off our channel. CUNT law. Fight Viper as Scorch. Oh, not today. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do that in another stream. You want to see me master difficulty try? I'm pretty sure Vonnie did that. It just works. It just does. It really does.
Oh, yeah, well, so one thing I want to say, only 12 people watching, but there's like 2 million people in the game's Advocate Network. So that's actually really cool. So the Advocate Network in game we don't actually know how many people are in it. What it does, the number that's listed...
It still counts the tech test number, doesn't it, as well?
No, it doesn't. It reads 10,9876543.
2-1?
No, there's no 2-1 on the end. Fuck. Because I think it reached how many numbers they could have. Yeah, so I don't know how many people are in the Advocate Network because the number listed is just 10,9876543.
I heard that the player count from the tech test stayed in Advocate Network, though.
Well, because when... Okay, so it's what, like 10,9876543.
Calculator?
So that's like 10 digits. That's like over 1 billion people.
Yeah, so it's obviously fucked.
Yeah, so it's not...
It's probably just maxed it out on the counter to...
Well, no, it's probably just respawn. Like, let's put... You know, like when people put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the password, they probably just did that because... Because, yeah, otherwise it's literally impossible for 10 billion people to be in the...
Titanfall is the most popular franchise. Don't listen to the media.
Well, hopefully all the people that complain, that shout at EA about playing Titanfall and shit, hopefully they actually prove their fucking worth when the third one comes out. Alright,
well, Max Wilson said Fight Viper as Scorch. I might do that on another stream since this worked out really well. Yeah. I might stream next week, and fuck it, I'll just talk about some random shit, and if you want me to, if Jacob wants to come around, maybe we'll do like Master Difficulty Fight Viper as Scorch, which will be a fucking nightmare. I think Vonnie did that in one of his videos, and it was really funny.
Yeah.
Saucy Taco says, oh yeah, okay, we just read that one. It just works. Mighty Captain Drake, Titanfall 3 EA Edition, pay $5 to call on your Titan. That was someone made that joke earlier, dude.
No, you made that joke earlier.
I read that joke. Someone in the comments made it.
Well, they wanted you to read it again.
Yeah, I think that was before he joined. Yeah. Oh, well, alrighty. So that's about it. The VOD will be up God knows how long after the stream. On my internet, shouldn't take long, but YouTube is bad, so who fucking knows. Thank you all for tuning in. It has been very insightful. It has been a rather successful stream for our first one, actually.
Yeah,
we've only had a max 13 people, but the amount of comments we've had on this...
it's like when we tried recording before, and it was shit. Jumbo, when I came around to yours that time, and it was just really awkward.
Yeah, we did try prior. That was actually for the updates and announcements video, the test video that's on our channel, that originally had both of us in. I think I mentioned that in the video.
Yeah.
But we did it off the cuff, and it was just awful, and we were bumbling.
Yeah.
And we were going to do that again today, but I thought I want to test my live stream, thinking it might be a little bit more fluent to do a live stream. But yeah, any last words?
Buy Skyrim now.
Buy Skyrim. Skyrim 2. Skyrim 3. Yeah, fuck. Alright, well, thank you for coming to the stream. Have a nice day.
It just works.
It just works. We will be back shortly. Intermission, fucking 10 years until episode 5. Well, goodbye.